Hey everyone, how's it going? We're gonna get the stream kicked off in just a second here, but this is gonna be a fun one. Gonna be looking at the Latin America Summer Finals, or as they call it, the closing finals. They do an opening and closing split. This is a series that people really use to talk up a lot of what Josedeodo can kind of do and what's best about him. So I'm looking forward to watching it. I haven't watched it before. I haven't seen a lot of Josedeodo's games in general, aside from Worlds. And I didn't specifically watch those to learn about him, so this is going to be a good opportunity to kind of learn a little more about him. And I've been doing a little bit of other VOD review of him kind of off stream. We'll be doing more later today. To help me with that, I actually have somebody who's going to be able to recognize, I think, a lot more of what makes Josedeodo great. And RoseThorn is joining me on the stream today. So if you want to say hi, make sure everybody can hear you.
Hello, I'm RoseThorn.
If you guys don't know RoseThorn, he was jungling with Zenith this year in the NA amateur scene. Hopefully we're going to see a lot more of him in 2021 and beyond. I think, a lot of the things that people point out about Josedeodo are his mechanics, like his just straight up like skill play, which is something that like is relatively a weak point for me. I feel much more comfortable analyzing like decision making and macro and stuff like that. So I figured might as well get somebody who plays at a high enough level to appreciate this. And I know you mentioned to me that you have some experience playing against him as well. I think in NA solo queue, right?
Yeah, for sure. We definitely played a lot, especially like in the middle of the season when he was like really high rank in the NA solo queue. His mechanics are obviously really good, and like even on like high ping, he still can perform and hit like top 10. So he's obviously like a really good player.
Did you take many games off him? Did you outpath him much?
Outpathing him is pretty hard, but yeah, of course, like there's always going to be a difference somewhere in solo queue that's not in the jungle. So yeah, I've taken a few games off him too.
Sweet. All right. So I'm going to flip over the view here, and we're just going to jump straight into it. We're going to be working on game one. I've jumped us into the start of the draft. Hopefully the screen sharing with you works fine, and the bandwidth between sharing to you and also streaming to the stream is good. So this is the draft before they've done all the position swapping and stuff. And the first thing that jumps out to me on this draft, and I'm not going to like watch through all the drafts and do draft analysis and stuff, but just to give some context for it, I think going into the game. So we have Josedeodo on Lee Sin, which I'm instantly very excited about. And he's got Shen, Tom Kench, and Senna behind him with an AP threat in the mid lane who's got a ton of CC. Like this seems like a perfect Lee Sin pop-off game kind of scenario here.
Yeah. Personally, I don't like the draft too much, but it definitely relies heavily on the Lee Sin snowballing because you have Senna like supportive in the bot lane, and then Shen who has a global to be supportive on top. So it's like you kind of have like two weak sides. So pairing that up with the Nico mid also seems a little weird. But if there's any game for like a Lee Sin to pop off, it would be this one, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like the actual effectiveness of the team comp overall. I'm not so sure, but if you're all about having a jungler carry you, you've given him a lot of tools to do it with. And on the other side, we've got set jungle, Kennen to push in top, Galio, not necessarily pushing. Kalista Rakan versus Senna Tom Kench. I would guess Kalista Rakan get more prio. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like it would be pretty even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of like initial pathing, and again, doing this from Josedeodo's perspective specifically, he's not going to have push in his top lane. Mid lane he probably does for the first while until Galio can just like nuke waves and go.
Yeah, I think Galio can trade some of his health to get prio at like level 3, but level 1 and 2 definitely Nico would have prio, I think.
Yeah, but you're probably looking like red buff start, path end to the bot side to see if there's anything there. There's not going to be anything super gankable early, I would guess. Yeah,
definitely top lane is a little hard because it's Kennen. And then for bot lane, I guess it's possible if you could get like land a stun or send a snare on the Kalista. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's really hard for Lee Sin to kind of do anything early, like in the first clear. So maybe just as a red side, maybe, and then look mid or bot if you can. But he does win.
Sorry, go ahead.
But he does win duels against the set jungle. This is also, I think 10.16 was also when set just got nerfed as well.
Okay.
So like duels and 2v2s in the mid should it's definitely winnable mid.
Yeah. Well, so I'm thinking like maybe the main thing you want to try to achieve kind of pre-6 is linking up with the Nico and like helping unlock her from mid lane and maybe even invading, like contesting some buffs or something like that. It's just going to be hard because the cannon will be able to collapse on you. The Rakan can
Yeah.
usually step out of lane and collapse on you, so I don't even know if there's an
Mhm.
option there.
Yeah, it would definitely be away from top lane for sure.
Yeah. So maybe invading on the bot side, something like that. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Jump into the actual gameplay here. So to anybody who doesn't do a lot of like this style of VOD review, or you're specifically trying to study a player or something like that, like I think that pre-game conversation, whether you're having it with somebody else or doing it on your own, is very important. You want to set expectations about what you think the player should be doing or can be doing, and then evaluate how well they actually deliver on those goals. You don't want to just be, reacting to whatever they do and then deciding afterwards whether it was good or bad.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So basically 5-point starts. They got a ward on red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think there'll be any late invades. Nothing that's too crazy.
Wrong button.
Makes sense that both junglers are starting top side because with these strong ball lanes, they definitely want to start in lane.
Sure. Yeah. Just for the sake of the leashing.
Yeah. I guess that could have also, what do you call it, solo started red, but I think it makes sense for him to also path down towards the Callisto lane.
Yeah, and the reason he'd think about starting bot side is that he can, go steal Krugs or whatever, right? With Cannon's Prio.
Yeah. I think that would be a little harder though, especially if like it would not be possible if Lee Sin does a red side clear.
Yeah, if he full clears it.
Yeah.
Because then you're just giving up, whatever he leaves behind versus whatever you leave behind.
Yeah. So I do like what Jose did. This is clear.
Yeah, this is interesting. So he went red.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was red wolves, blue Gromp.
Yeah, he did red, blue Gromp, and then path back up. So it's like it's like a slightly slower kind of full clear, but that lets you like go back to the side that you started on.
Yeah.
So since he noticed that was coming down, I think he realized that spot lane's not gonna have prio for the crab, so he's just gonna go to the top crab.
Yeah, and at this point you couldn't actually get a kill with a bot lane gank, right? Because that would be the other thing is if you did more of a standard like red Raptors, full clear bot, and then try to gank this. Like, I guess they probably didn't know. How much in your experience will the bot lane intentionally pull this wave in versus, no, that's just the way the lane is turning out?
Wait, sorry, can you say it one more time?
So, like, the fact that that Callisto Rakan have the wave pushed in, is that because Sen and Tom Kench are intentionally saying, no, we know our jungler is pathing back to top side, we're going to pull this wave in? Or how much is that? Like, yeah. Because it seems like a relatively even matchup, we felt.
Yeah. Maybe Callisto does have a little bit of push, but definitely Sen and Tom don't want to push this lane out anymore since pathing back towards the top side.
Right. So they're intentionally pulling it in. But yeah, like I don't think there's enough damage there to actually. And Rakan's very mobile.
Yeah.
And can peel for the Callisto. Like, it's not really a gankable lane from that perspective either.
Yeah, for sure.
You'd maybe get a flash, but.
So yeah, pretty standard stuff, really.
And if he paths back to top side, then you're the top crab there can help protect Shen from getting dove later.
Yeah, that's also a good point.
Getting pressured onto, right?
You can also just go to Krugs here or the top lane if it looks gankable. Kennen is at half.
Yeah. Which, not actually seeing that lane. Not sure if Kennen like took a tower shot somewhere, or if he's just if the Shen kind of leaned into him and made that trade happen, whatever it was there. But he feels something. He's vulnerable there. He's backing off.
Yeah.
Good read. The set was like hovering and thinking maybe we can dive bot, but I think a Tom Kench and then the heal on the Senna and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely not diveable with Tom Kench.
Yeah. So that's another reason why Jose could say, I'm gonna do that path, start top, do bot, go back to top, and say I'm not leaving my bot lane vulnerable to something because they can take care of themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
We have Cody in the chat, by the way, who is going to be coaching. I believe I have the details right on this. Going to be coaching an LLA team in 2021, and has worked with teams in that league before. So welcome, Cody. He makes the point that Leza was a weak ADC in LLA, and that R7 just didn't want to play around them in bot lane in general. So yeah, I think that seems reasonable. I think I would make these decisions in game more about the champions rather than the players, but all right. Now there's just a lot more farming going on.
Yeah, I feel like that's why this comp is just really hard to pull off. Like I feel like we really need to have Lee Sin pop off somehow.
Yeah,
but
well,
the lanes
otherwise,
that
where's your damage really coming from, right?
Yeah.
Solos.
Oh man, just sneak the dragon.
Yeah, just random. He had a little bit of mid and bot prio to do that with.
Yeah, I think if the set just skips Krugs and checks it, then
yeah,
it can be really bad. But I guess it worked out.
And that was like, well, let's go back and look at that a second, because like how soon he started this really early, didn't he? Yeah, he's starting this like 5:15. You almost never expect a jungler to do this, but he's got prio. True. Like the set could go and phase check this, and you just be like 30 seconds of tempo down or more.
He does have the wards for it though, I guess. So
yeah, like he's got the setup for it, but he's definitely taking a risk that if he gets pushed off of it, like and it's really close.
Yeah.
They're like 4 seconds away from checking him, and then he gives the thumbs up emote.
Yeah.
So. People are talking about in chat that Matt, the support player, is going to be coaching EG Academy. That's kind of cool. I think that's a good transition for him. He seems like the right kind of personality for it.
Yeah.
He was involved a lot in scouting ground stuff actually for their team. So
I believe he was coaching Infernal, I think.
Yeah. No, Teal was doing, or no, sorry, he's with EG, not with Teal. I think of him as Teal, right? But
yeah,
so
not anymore.
He was working with Infernal in scouting ground. So I had the inclination that he might be going into coaching, but I obviously wasn't going to say anything.
Well, there might be a fight at his Raptors.
Yeah, the Nico. Why wasn't the Nico able to help? He gave up a shove there.
I think they didn't know where Kennen went. Yeah, he based in Fog.
Okay,
so
yes, they're like, yeah, we don't know if the Kennen's coming to help or not.
Yeah.
Okay, and I got tricked on the minimap there with Nico looking like Senna. I'm like, wait, did they rotate their bot lane up?
Oh, yeah.
Like the wave wasn't in a state where Nico couldn't help, but yeah, I think not knowing the info on the Kennen, and also on Rakan, right? They didn't know if Rakan was there.
Yeah. I think ballings came from base.
Paleo wants to know if I'd ever consider going into coaching or support staff for a team. I would have to be in LA to do that, and that's never happening. So, not a big loss to lose your Raptors there. It hurts a little, but not a big deal.
Yeah. With these champions, Raptors are a smaller deal.
What kind of champions would it be a bigger deal?
Like the Graves, Nidalee, Lillia meta, where Raptors were a big deal.
Is it just because of how they contest them, or?
It's just like really efficient clearing by all three of those champions.
Right. Okay. Just how quickly they can take the camp.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I guess I hadn't really been thinking about it with the rumors of newbie potentially coming over to NA. He's worth keeping a bit of an eye on here. And he has been helping get his lane shoved and roaming out a little bit, so good for newbie so far.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. He is coming in NA. Possibly.
Possibly. No leaks.
Yeah. So that's just Soul starting Herald. I wonder if they have any info on this.
Don't think so.
Yeah.
I think you can see Nico's leaning a little bit. I assume she just, they're going to chat.
Oh, I guess they do know, or they have a suspicion.
Yeah. but they don't have any prio out at top,
Yeah.
so they can't really do anything about it unless they like hard commit with Shen out.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be pretty risky, and they have no need to, right? Like, I think
Yeah.
R7 have the dragon, and I think they can continue to play through bot side right now. They have to avoid getting like Kennen, Rakan, Womboed onto with Galio and all that.
Yeah. I think if Jose recognized that the Herald was not contestable like a few seconds early, he could just steal the enemy red as well instead of trying to move towards the Herald.
Yeah.
But they just didn't have the info, I guess.
Yeah, it's one of those like you have to make a bit of a call on whether you think they're actually doing it or not, and then
Yeah.
if you think they actually are, then you respond appropriately. If you're not sure, like I don't know, do you check it and potentially waste tempo finding out they're not there, or finding out that they're there and you're too late? A little tough.
I think we can go back, but I think it was worth checking since he just did his bot side camps. And like if he finds that in the jungle, I don't think it's like the end of the world. Like Lee Sin has the tools to get out. So I think it was like worth going to the enemy red buff while Nico tries to check the Herald.
Yeah, she can check quite easily as well.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty minor point.
Yeah.
I do think in general, R7 should be trying to play through the bot side of the map.
Yeah, especially now that Shen is 6.
Yeah, exactly. With Shen, with oh boy, is he dead? Is he not dead?
He'll probably die. Oh wow, the teleport's
I think he's good.
Yeah, I definitely would have liked to see like some kind of bot lane play being made when Shen hit 6.
Yeah, they haven't done anything with it yet. And now he's done. But so that this failed top dive should, I mean, it's a few seconds yet, but it should give R7 a pretty free second dragon.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, didn't want to commit too hard.
Yeah, okay. They've taken a little while on this. I got to see the mid lane wave state. Sorry, I rewind quite a bit.
No, that's fine.
So Nico, right?
That's
Nico
important.
had to TP top for this. That's why they couldn't go for it. They would have redove if without the TV, so had to TP for this. But because of that, you come down. Nico runs back mid. Eventually, has to clear this whole wave. Therefore, they couldn't start the dragon right away because Nico couldn't help. So now what?
They do have to catch this huge bot wave though. Maybe during that time they can do the dragon. They have like 10 seconds before bot lane can move.
Yeah. So that's basically what they're doing now.
Yeah, and then of course Seth doesn't have ulti, so.
Yeah. Whereas Shen has ult, which is faster than Kennen ult, all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, and then like Shen will definitely be more useful when Kennen doesn't have his ultimate.
So yeah. Even if All Knights had gotten that dive and like succeeded with it, oh no, they would have gotten the tower off that. That would have been a big win for AK actually.
Yeah, Kennen will be like get like an extra 1,000 gold from that.
Yeah. So it's a pretty big deal that the dive failed. So what's up next? If you're Jose, what are you looking at next? I don't think you need to force a big piece of action, but you do want to start snowballing a little at some point.
Yeah. Again, it's just so hard. I don't know what you can try to do. Maybe look for a player on mid, because like Gallia is the one with the global ultimate, and he can go to any side. So it's definitely not ideal to go for a bot or top play.
Like what you'd want to do. Sorry, go ahead.
And then like Shen can also just ulti in as well.
Oh, that was a little sad.
Yeah.
Like what you want to do in isolation with the R7 comp is like make a play with something and have Shen ult come in on you.
Yeah.
Maybe have the Tom Kench roam with his ult to join, but that's not really necessary. And you want to like try to pick off one person. Maybe dive a tower, but that might be a little risky. But that's probably what you're gonna have to do. The problem is that you've got the Galio. You've got Shen can't ever use his ult without losing a tower, and he's losing his tower without even using the ult. So you just don't really have a map state that allows you to make the plays your comp wants to make.
Do you think it's because they lost the Herald from earlier? If they ever do make a play where Shen is forced to ultimate, then they just lose top tower.
Well, I think you lose the top side harder when they have the Herald. but I don't think that's the
Yeah.
decider, right? Like the
Yeah, that's
Herald is going
true.
to give you, I don't know, what, like 20 seconds faster on the tower, which is a pretty big deal. Like give
Hmm.
you those 2 plates, especially if it's the last 2 plates, it's more than 20 seconds. But you're
Yeah.
still going to be losing plates and minions, right? Like even with if they don't have Herald,
Hmm.
then the best wave state you could hope to be in probably is like even at river. But Cannon can clear that wave pretty fast, take a, deny a wave and a half, and take a plate even without the Herald.
Hmm.
So you're spending a lot to make that play regardless.
Yeah. I just feel like they have to do something mid with the global
Yeah,
Senna and Shen ultimates.
yeah.
Like that's the only like real way to get an advantage.
But yeah, but you have to then like fight through vision to do it. Blue doesn't have a
Hmm.
ton of vision, but they have some. Whatever resolution people are able to watch this on, I don't know if you can see wards on the minimap, but
Yeah, I can see them.
there are lots of forward wards on Kennon's side, of course.
Hmm.
So you have to get them from bot side, which makes it pretty easy for the Galio to avoid a play.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
now it's a little harder, but like at least like around eight
Earlier, yeah,
minutes. Yeah.
sure.
Like now, like Jose's kind of just forced to split map since any fight he takes topside is lost.
Yeah, so I think their plan has to be to continue to try to control bot side and like set up the next dragon cleanly, make them try to face check you to contest vision, and then you can try to get a pick, something like that.
Game's definitely looking really rough though.
Yeah. So it's now a 3,500 gold difference. You gave up the second Herald. The only thing they really have going for them is the 2 dragons, and the threat that creates of again like forcing them to face check into you and trying to get a pick. But
Yeah.
they don't really need to. They can just keep playing through mid and top. You have a whole second or third dragon you can give up for free. Oh, the anti synergy and the stopwatch and the Senel.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, it still
okay,
managed to salvage it. Wow.
sort of. Did
Oh,
they?
never mind. No.
Maybe. Still, it's pretty even.
Oh, that root.
Here we go.
This is
Jose
Leeson
goes
can
in.
maybe do something. Yeah, I mean this is the problem with their comp. They just don't have the damage anywhere.
Yeah, like they had some pretty good kind of catches in CC. Leza played that fight pretty well.
Yeah,
So
I
they
feel
kind of
like
did their jobs.
I feel like with these comps, like blue team should just never lose team fights, especially with that kind of lead that Kennen has. But
Hmm.
they forced the dive a little too hard.
Yeah, they didn't need to. They could have just kept chipping.
Yeah,
And now here's the consequence. There's that third dragon being taken without any cross mapping. Like you should have been, if you're blue team, you should have been allowing them to take this third dragon, especially because it's Cloud Soul, right? Like it's not the biggest thing to worry about, even if it turns out they do get the soul, as long
Mhm.
as you're trading it for something. If you got the top inner or the mid outer for that dragon, you should be pretty happy.
I think what they did were like the setup that they were going for was fine, where they herald mid to get priority into the river
Hmm.
because like blue team should always win team fights now, like with the lead that they have and with their comps. So like if they just played a river fight more properly and let Kennen have a set up a plank, then
Yeah.
like that dragon should be free.
Yep. All right. So yeah, I'd say so far, like Jose is kind of doing what he can. He hasn't had any opportunity to do anything more than he has so far. I think there are some things he could have tried to force, and in retrospect, maybe he should have tried a little harder to really force something and take some risks. But I don't know. I can't really blame him.
Yeah, I mean the comp is hard, but I think it's up to him to make something happen in this game. Like
Yeah.
he has to be the one trying to look for fights.
All right. Watching this fight again. Okay, he kicked in Jisoo there.
Did he kick him into the team? So they
Yeah.
kind of look like.
Yeah. So just yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's like he was in the team anyways, right? Like he wasn't putting him in any worse of
Yeah.
a spot than he was.
Yeah, that's true.
But they could. It was hard. Like it took them too long to finish him.
Hmm.
I think that was the problem. Missed his cue at the end there. Might have been able to get one more. But, it was blind.
Yeah. I would say it's not one of his better games, but it's definitely the comp that makes it really hard to play.
Yeah. I haven't really had a problem with him in this game, but he hasn't, it hasn't been like, he's trying to do everything and the team isn't letting him. We're like,
yeah.
But for anybody who doesn't know how the series goes, this is kind of, expected. This is very famously a reverse sweep series. So, spoiler alert, sorry. Not watching this for the entertainment value. All right.
Senna did get a lot of kills there. She's on 2 items. Probably gets Mirror Mana before next. I don't know if he'll get it before next streak actually, but with Tom Kench, like if Senna can survive the initial burst from like blue teams like ultimates, I think the fight can be won.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
Tap, thanks for the second month sub. Really appreciate it. The message came in, 3 cheers for Steve and Rosebud. I get called Steve every now and then because there's a great YouTube comment a couple weeks ago. I think it was on one of the Run It episodes that called me Steve. So fun times. So apparently you're a sled now. I don't know if that joke's too old. That joke is too old for me. So
definitely too old for me.
Yeah. Okay. This is getting a little out of hand. Has the Shen used? No, there hasn't been a single proactive ult. Has there been even a reactive ult?
I don't know if he ulted into the fight mid earlier, but yeah, so far the Shen pick's not really doing anything.
So I am very aware of Citizen Kane and the whole Rosebud thing, but I have realized every now and then, like every couple of years, I realize I've never actually watched it, and I really need to. It seems like the kind of thing I would really appreciate. So someday. Cody wants to offer some insights into the Shen pick. Insights of what sort, Cody? Like why they picked it? All right, let's see.
Oh, this is not a fight that R7 wants. There's just too many angles.
I'm just going to pause for a second because Cody wants to share something. So they were...
Yeah, sure.
wants to share about countering. Here, I'll let you type it out and then I'll, rather than waiting for you to type individual messages. So yeah, blue team can be very proactive into this. Now you're setting up in a choke. Where's the cannon? Where's the cannon? Okay. This is kind of a sad fight. What's going on here? I don't want to watch that again. The blue team should have completely destroyed that. Jose goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Gets locked down, CC chained. It's kind of hopeless. Yeah. All right, well, he went for the steal. Maybe could have had it, but that was just kind of sad. That was a really hard steal to go for. Like, they can CC chain you so easily. It's very predictable.
Yeah. I think with the setup that they had, they just can't go for the fight. I guess the steal's worth going for, just trading one, but, I mean, then you can't get caught out like this.
You got to try it.
Yeah.
You got to try the steal, but you're not going to have a high expectation. The actual team fight was really rough. Like, R7 really had not much chance to do anything unless, like, if they tried to find some angle for a really, really deep flank Lee Sin with the Shen ult, like submarining on him or something, maybe they can get something, but you got to catch the Callista and, like, insta-kill her.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really hard to do with as long as Rakan Galio aren't positioned horribly. So Cody says that it's Team Infinity, I think, right? Played a heavy bot lane focused style, and in R7 picked up the Shen in order to play it reactively to stop us from playing hard through bot lane or force us to go through top, which we had no idea how to do. It worked really well against us and may have given them more confidence in the pick than was justified. It works less well against AK because they have to play through Jisoo, and R7's used to being a top lane team too, so that always usually counterpicked for Axe. So, yeah, okay. So a pick that Cody's saying basically from the LLA insider perspective, one that they thought they were getting some confidence in, mixing up their play style, stuff like that. So, and clearly, I think partly you can say execution was an issue with this comp, but also just the comp itself and what they were drafted it into made it hard. All right, this game is basically over.
I think with Senna scaling, they still have a chance to win fights, but like Jose's mindset has to be all about like kicking the cannon away or Galio.
Yeah, I mean you can disengage them, I guess. Like how I don't picture Senna as somebody who like burns frontline really well though.
No, it would be.
But I
it'd
guess
be
her
a very
range does get
long,
really long.
extended fight. Yeah, because AK has like so many different ways to go in. Like literally every single one of their ults lets their players just dive the backline. So, but the thing is, R7 do have some tools. Like they have the Nico, like who performs really well when she's getting dove, and then they have the TK for Senna, and then Shen ulti and Lee Sin ulti. So, like if they manage to hold off on like the initial engage in team fights, they can win fights. But yeah, I think this is a game where like Lee Sin should be building more like supportive, not like Black Cleaver.
I don't know, but like you need the damage, don't you? Like what I look at in these comps in a team fight at this stage is okay, and Shen's getting caught here. What I'm looking at is position things with Lee Sin trying to get really creative, looking for a flank, and try to blow up the Kalista right at the start of the fight, and have the Shen kind of pre-group with the team whenever possible, peel for the Senna, and then join the Lee Sin with ult. Like that's kind of the combo I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like if you invest everything into that, then like Cannon just has a way too easy of a time like blowing up the backline.
Yeah, maybe
it's just really hard.
Yeah, like you're definitely like I don't think there is any clear team fight plan that wins the fights for you reliably as Red Side. Like, and that's why I'm kind of saying like take a risk, do something more creative, and try to blow up the Kalista, and hope that the Tahm Kench can save the Senna from the Cannon engage.
That makes sense too.
I don't know.
Theoretically, TK could be enough to save Senna.
Maybe, right? Maybe not. I'm just not sure you can reliably disengage the entire blue team.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, maybe it's also valid to try to disengage the cannon with Lee Sin and so on, with Nico holding a choke with her ult, and then use Tahm Kench ult and Shen ult to go after the Kalista once the fight has kind of like the first phase of the fight has ended.
Maybe. Yeah, and then like all their engage tools are down. Like Senna with her range, like she can just do that like every 10 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that was a really good kick. But the blue team didn't really invest anything yet. So.
No. Galio taunt.
Cannon still has ulti, I think.
Oh, the Nico counter engage. Oh, Rakan walks right into it and is like, I don't care.
Yeah, so like Nico can't be doing stuff like that.
No.
Yeah.
You gotta react with it. You can't.
It's always reactive with it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's over.
It has to be reactive. Can't do something like that.
Is that end of the game? Looks like it. All right. Okay, I'm gonna set up the second game here. I'll just jump right into it. So yeah, overall, like I don't think that game was either really great or bad.
Yeah.
From Jose, it was fine. Like it was kind of average. He could have done more. So we've got here Rainbow 7 and on blue side. They first pick Akali, Azir, Ezreal. That's a pretty strong team fight and high range setup so far.
Yeah.
They go for the Senna Shen again. They think we can make it work from blue side. You got the Skarner. They ban Olaf Lee Sin. They didn't want the Gangplank this time. Interesting they wouldn't just like do the whole cannon thing again.
Cannon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they could.
But I guess they...
Maybe it's too much AP.
I wonder if they're worried about Shen flexing jungle. Was this a little before or after the whole like Zanzara and Spica and then Yankos played the Shen jungle?
I think this was before. And I don't know if Jose plays Shen jungle.
No. Well, I mean, who does?
Yeah.
Cody says it was after. So, I don't know. Anyways, they might have been concerned about that. They go for the Jace. Okay, Jace cannon. Jace for the poke synergy with Ezreal.
Yeah, they have a lot of poke.
Yeah.
I think R7 have the engage tools too, but like again with the Sen and Shenna. Oh my god, the Shen and Senna. Like you just have to play for a mid jungle. Like the moment the side lanes hit level 6.
Yeah.
Like they can never lose the 2v2s mid.
And you've got Akali now to play through, so
yeah.
I think you can play through Akali much more than you can play through Nico.
Yeah.
All right. Another 5-point start. So Jose, again, like he doesn't have a lot to path around. He's not going to have push in his top lane. He's not going to have push in his mid lane. Well, Akali's a little weird that way. Like typically I'd think mid or like melee versus ranged. But Akali can do some interesting things.
I think first 2 levels she won't have push, but definitely when Crab spawns they can fight for it.
Yeah.
Top probably doesn't have push.
In bot against Ezreal Bard, I don't think you're going to have push there either.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be relatively even. Ezreal doesn't get pushed.
Cody says he was wrong. This was before the Shen jungle fad.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways. So he starts solo red buff, I think.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at the minimap. Yeah. Definitely, again, knowing that this was a reverse sweep series, I know that the first 2 games are going to be the weakest, but you got to have context for the overall thing. So we're going to watch it all.
Yeah. I think this is very similar to last game where he's probably going to do, the red-blue gromp and then path back down, just in case like he has to protect Shen on this like 2:30 timer.
So why wouldn't you not just start like blue gromp or something?
Because then you're just pathing down.
Right. So then you can't ever cover the Shen or what?
Yeah, so you can never cover the Shen. Because now, like, after he does Wolves here, like, let's say Shen needs to be covered, you can just do Wolves and then just stay topside. And then the moment Shen's fine, you can go back to Raptors and do bot crowd. Instead, he's just 3-camping looking for mid gank.
I think they just got Azir's flash mid on the gank in the camera.
Yeah.
Didn't look at it.
Trade flashes.
Huh. Yeah, I think you'd take that.
Yeah, you'd always take that for sure.
Are there certain champions where you're more happy as the jungler to trade flashes with the enemy mid?
Yeah, definitely this matchup, it's really good. I think Akali will be 6. Like, mid laners will hit 6 before the Azir's flashes back up. So on that timer, they can look again. Because Azir's only escape will be E, but if Akali's ever on top of the Azir, then Azir can't escape.
Yeah.
So, in this matchup, you definitely want to trade flashes.
Yeah, so it's partly because now it gives Akali the flash advantage over Azir, and partly, like I'd say it's a little less about the return gank because it's going to be harder to flash when you don't, or harder to gank when you don't have your own flash, right? But you can still, if you can get a wraparound gank, through their side of the, through whatever you call these little walkways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely not having flash will make the return gank harder, but if he walks around and has blue smite and then Azir like wastes Q, then the return gank is doable.
Did Jose not know Skarner was there?
No, he should know by now.
He could fight
that.
Yeah,
he could.
Couldn't he fight that?
To fight the what?
The Skarner here, taking the shrine.
But I think he only knows because he took the shrine.
Right.
Yeah, like, so now he knows
I could have been defending that. Because Akali could, I think, I can't see the wave exactly, but like, yes, Azir and Jace have prio, but neither of them could join.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to fight to prevent the shrine, not to fight after the shrine.
Right. I just think he didn't have the info that he was there
Right.
until he took the shrine.
But like Volibear, one-on-one dueling a Skarner at level 4. I take the
Yeah,
Volibear.
it's yeah, but I think with Volibear being lower and Skarner having the shrine, it's too hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Afterwards, divs. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty smart by the Skarner. He just bases on this shrine early.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a tempo advantage.
Yeah. You save yourself like 5 seconds.
Yeah. He probably just bases after Gromp here as well. Yeah.
So the R7 bot lane is getting some push, which I find a little surprising. But
Yeah.
the solo lanes, like Jose can't work around those at all.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's vision. There's some pretty hard vision for him to work against. I'm assuming that's an Azir trinket ward.
Yeah, probably. There. Yeah. Ezreal has kind of a hard time against Senna early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Just the range advantage, and if she just stands behind his minions, the auto Q trade is better.
Yeah, okay.
And in terms of pushing wave, they're pretty similar in terms of speed.
Sure. Yeah.
So he's doing that early Drake's again.
Yeah. He's got a little window of mid prio here too.
Yeah. I think he knows Skarner's top side here since like after he saw Skarner on the take his like his blue side shrine, he should know that Skarner started blue. So he'd be on his top side again.
Back on the second blue and pathing up, and now he knows okay, he's back on his second red.
Yeah.
Take the free first dragon.
Mm-hmm. He also went through Tribrush bot side instead of through like ramp because he probably got calmed that Azir warded there.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so that's a smart approach. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Again.
He should be fine.
Oh, this poor Shen. But yeah, he can TP back to lane. He's still got his ult.
Yeah.
So Newbie, who's playing Bard for AK, there have been rumors that he's going to play for Golden Guardians, but I haven't seen anything confirmed or any really firm reports of it. To those in the chat who are asking. All right, so Akali has a little bit of moves. They're going to contest the second blue hand, second blue handoff. So the second blue hadn't come yet before. All right, take the shine. That's nice.
Oh, did Rakan just TP? It's pretty funny.
The Senna probably wants to go back pretty soon here.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest reason why they couldn't fight this.
Yeah, they haven't shopped.
Yeah. I thought it was a decent plan since Shen can TP as well, or ulti. Mm-hmm. But I guess it's also, like, if Shen ults, Jace just gets 3 plates as well.
Yeah, you're to steal the blue and give up, like, at least 2 turret plates and at least 1 minion wave. That's a pretty bad trade. And that's, again, the same as last game. Like, great, your Shen can join you. What's it going to cost?
Yeah.
You have to have at least an even wave to feel okay about it.
Mm-hmm.
Given what he's up against, right? Like if he's up against a champion that can't clear the wave and have a lot of tempo on that against him, then it's more possible.
I do wish they look for something on mid, but now as your Steve flashes back up.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like where might he have had an opportunity in that? He instead of the dragon, they had some mid prio there. Like Azir, I think was playing too safe for a return gank around that dragon timer.
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't really an option there, and I'm not sure when else he could have done it.
Oh, this looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think his ultimate was a little weird since Jace could maybe just flash it, but
yeah. So
I mean, I don't think it matters too much.
Let's see the setup again. I was looking at something else. Did he start? No, he's not starting earlier. He's on Crab. No, Crab's not even up. He was taking the shrine. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, and then I think he wanted the fruit.
Okay, so the Jace comes down for a ward and to take the honey fruit.
I think it's just really troll by Jace when he saw the Herald get like
when
leash.
The Shen ult can join you, and Akali had like 3 steps over Azir.
Yeah.
So you were kind of doomed there. And the Skarner's nowhere nearby.
Yeah.
That's a Jace mistake for sure. But I mean, well punished, and you get a Herald off it. That's a really good punish.
Yeah.
It's easy to underrate the amount of damage and tankiness that a level 6 Volibear can bring out at this stage of the game.
I know. It's really crazy how much damage a tank does.
Smites him, stuns him, ults him, and then the Shen comes in at the taunt.
Yeah.
Send an ult for good measure for the assist. Give me an assist.
Dragon's up in 2 minutes as well, so Shen probably won't have ulti, but the Senna and Volibear ults should be up by then, so they'll probably fight for that as well.
Yeah, so you're going to keep your lane assignments the same here.
Yeah.
No, Shen won't have TP back yet either. But I think that's fine. Like, Jace doesn't have TP either.
Yeah.
So you want a full clear top. So this is somewhere like that I sometimes struggle is like how much actual time off the clock does it take to full clear top into into whatever and to get here in time to start setting up your vision. So
I
you
guess
got
it's
a
a
minute
champs.
15 here.
Depends on the champions, but he definitely would finish Wolves base here and then path back towards bot side.
Come out with one, or if you could afford it, I guess the support wants to come out with 2 control wards, but which he's doing.
It's a good timer as well since his ball lane's also just getting like they sync their resets.
So they're all deploying together. The Akali's a wave behind on it, but I think that's fine.
Yeah.
So now you want to you have to, like, here in comms you're deciding what's our plan for the dragon setup. Are we all gonna shove out bot together and then set up the vision and be there 20 seconds before dragon spawns? Are we all gonna deploy through mid and approach the dragon from mid in? I think here you go through bot.
Yeah, I think the way he pathed, you'll definitely look bot here. But they have to be careful since
back out.
Yeah, they know that Azir's first move. So I think this is really bad by the Rakan. Like, they could have gone on the Rakan at any time, like the Azir. Yeah. But it's really hard for them to know that Skarner's just sitting there.
Yeah. But like you do have to think, like, we're gonna set up this dragon. Akali's not back to clear this mid wave yet, and we'll need time to clear the wave. Overall, I think your setup is you're hoping to take this group of 3 and come either through bot into river or through Tribrush, and then by then Akali has cleared the top and can like flank around to look for like a straggler on the other side. So you're kind of pincering like 3 on the bot side of the dragon pit, 1 on the top.
Mm-hmm.
So the main thing with this 3 group is just clear this wave and maybe contest the vision and the Tribrush, and just don't expose yourself yet, right? You need this wave to be cleared first before you group up entirely. Like, it's not time to contest that vision yet.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got Skarner flash alts, like that's hard to deal with.
Yeah, it's just hard to contest when Azir's first move there. Maybe they just go through mid.
Maybe, but I don't think you can. I think then you're giving up a plate bot for nothing. I think you need to go through bot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you're waiting an extra 20 seconds for the Akali to come out from base,
and
you can't leave the Senna Rakan alone at bot because they have the dive potential.
Yeah, that's true.
I think like as long as Senna didn't get flashed on there, I think they had the chance to kind of set that up more properly.
Yeah, that's true.
It was just, I think it was a good play by AK.
By the Skarner, yeah. So can you back up a little bit? I kind of want to see how Jose got to this position while they're doing.
So they're letting Skarner solo the dragon here.
Yeah. So he just Raptors and moves up.
Yeah. Well, was he taking? Yeah, he's taking Raptors there. Now he's saying, for some reason, the Jace is giving up a push here. Oh, because Akali had leaned to topside. So if you look here, Akali shoves this, goes into fog, and the Jace is like, okay, I better back off. So then it plays out more. That's when Jose does the Raptors. Akali has been sitting in fog for a while, so Jace is now under tower. This is where, like, these are some of the subtleties that people might not recognize about, like, oh, Jace beats Shen kind of thing. Well, yeah, but not when there's Akali in fog of war for 20 seconds. Then the Jace stops beating the Shen. And that's how you can use a losing matchup to get prio, is like with the team and stuff. And some mid laners, for example, are really, really good at that. Didn't really do anything, but gave your top laner a chance to set up a dive just by going and standing in fog. And then they're actually following through and actually going for it. And they should get this.
Yeah.
There's no Skarner.
Very well played.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, maybe a little too deep.
They have another wave coming.
I think this is really bad by the Rakan. No why he's still balling. I think he should just be moving with Volibear here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess they managed to zone Ezreal.
Yeah. Yeah, they're denying some stuff bot for sure.
Yeah.
Like overall, it worked out really well. I think you could think about optimizing the Rakan a little bit, but I don't.
Yeah.
And we're not here for Rakan.
Yeah. Mechanically, that was played pretty well by Jose.
Yeah. Yeah, I think his flash stun
flash.
under the tower was slightly premature. Like
Yeah.
the rest of the team wasn't ready. I don't know if it was like the timer on the taunt wasn't back yet or.
Yeah. I think his Herald is running out, so he's just putting him in. Probably gets 3 plates.
Oh no.
Oh, close.
Cannon. No, it's the champion. Well.
Oh, this is kind of the fight that
Mm-hmm.
it wants, but now they're outnumbered.
Oh, nice as your ult. Now you're doomed. Yeah, I don't think that was like so bad conceptually.
Yeah,
The Shen.
I think that's how
all that.
That's how they want the fights, where
Yeah.
like they engage in the Akali and then Shen can just ulti.
Yeah.
But when they saw the Azir TP, they should back out because they no longer have that numbers advantage.
Yeah. And the Azir ult made the difference in that fight, I think, at the end. So.
Yeah.
But like, it's an example of a fight that can be like, this is the right choice to take this fight, even though you lost it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make the right choices and still lose stuff.
Yeah.
And you have to analyze that and say, like, you don't take points away from players for making the right choice, but having it not work out properly. You can criticize their execution and stuff like that, but you can lose a play and still have done the right thing.
Yeah.
Process-based analysis, not results-based analysis. Just like you can lose a game or lose a series and still have been the better team.
True.
That's sports for you.
I think now he should be focusing on trying to get the Akali out of the lane.
Yeah. Like the Akali is the
really
win
strong
condition in this comp.
Yeah.
So here they go. They're already trying to unlock the
Defending
Akali
the bot side.
Yeah. Which does make sense. Again, you got the Shen. Shen has a Sunfire Cape now, so that's going to help a lot with giving him a few seconds of extra tempo to get out of his lane. Like, if, the Jace is still going to keep shoving into him, but at least he can now get that wave clear and have a few seconds to think about an ult play more easily.
Yeah.
And the armor, of course, to help not getting harassed out so badly by Jace.
I feel like he should have swept his jungle instead of the river. He knew that Skarner was inside their jungle. Possibly Bard was there as well. So now there's like lingering vision.
Let's back up and look at that. All right, here it comes. So right here, he's defending his red buff with Rakan. So now you're saying he should have swept in here?
Yeah, because like 30 seconds before this, I think he was in base or maybe doing his top side, and they knew that Skarner was in his jungle.
So there are some wards in here somewhere.
Yeah.
They've got the one control ward here, which can see a decent chunk, but this is a pretty common ward location.
Yeah, I mean, that one even like just Azir could put.
Yeah. The Dragon's in a minute. They don't really like Jace TP flank is not something you'd really worry about, so I think they're probably sweeping more for like, we want to set up first and make it harder for them to know what angle to approach their engage. I don't think they want to sweep for, like, they're not trying to clear TP wards because it's a Jace.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So that would be my thought on his decision making, but I think, yeah, either way. 30 seconds on Dragon.
They should definitely fight this in. Having
Yeah.
first setup is really important against Jace Ezreal.
Rakan just finished a recall, and Akali is just finishing one now.
Yeah,
Is
these are
that,
some late recalls.
yeah.
But yeah, the Akali set are much stronger at this point. Like Azir, Ezreal do not want to fight the streak.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks like with that Azir base, they're just playing to give it anyway. Well, maybe not. Both teams are really late on the
Well,
setup.
they saw the Akali late. Like, there was a red ping on the Akali because one minion trickled in as she finished her recall. So they knew her recall timer. Hey, Mitch, how's it going? So I think that's why Red is sticking around a little bit, thinking, okay, they're not going to be able to burn this thing before we get back, so we can still contest it. And the Jace is doing the right thing, I think, just putting pressure on to make the Shen, to force the Shen into a hard decision where the Shen ults for the fight, and Jace is like, well, I'm not following.
Yeah. And then Jace would also get first tower from that as well.
So, like, right here, though, so Jace is backing off so he can TP if he's needed. Like, he's leaving his options open. But, like, so here, I'm looking at the top lane wave on the minimap. And, of course, Jace is covering the whole thing. But, like, here, Shen doesn't want to go. It's because with the minions, now Jace can hit the tower that much harder during the time of the minions being there. As soon as the Shen has the minions clear, now Jace says, well, now it would be a total waste for me to stare and I have to wait for the next wave. Now I back off and get ready to TP. As soon as this next wave comes, Jace goes right back to hitting that tower and putting Shen in a tough spot. So, like, right here, Jace is like, no, I'm not TPing again. And Shen backed off. Wasn't needed. So that, yeah, I think that worked out pretty well by both teams.
Yeah, like kind of the expected result.
Yeah, because there's not much engage from Red Team either, like Bard ult. They could have tried for something with a Bard ult, but I don't think they had the angle they wanted.
Yeah. Okay, so Rakan's base here. I feel like they'll just move towards Herald now. Volibear should try to defend this tier 1 as well. Help Shen defend it. And with Bard showing bot, it's like Herald should be kind of free here when they move back to top side.
Yeah.
It might also be better to just swap as well. Have send Senna top.
Yeah, you got like 4 minutes, so you can do it.
Yeah.
I think I think this is the one where you play a little bit for dragons. Although you can also side lane, like you could 1-3-1 this comp a little bit.
Yeah.
Not so much like, not really like a hardcore 1-3-1, more like you kind of juggle the side lanes and let Rakan try to unlock into one of them to go for a pick. Like the classic 1-3-1 would be you're applying pressure to take towers. This one would be less about taking towers and more about finding picks. I think he's soloing second Herald here.
Yeah.
So they did rotate.
Maybe it was an over rotation. They did give up first tower bot for it.
Well, they're swapping, right? This is a rotation to swap.
Yeah.
I don't feel like kind of criticizing all their macro on that swap. I don't want to rewind for that, but the gold is pretty even. So I would try to break mid with this Herald. Like finish off
for
mid,
sure.
get the Akali out.
Yeah, but the first Herald, the second one just breaks mid tower instantly.
Yeah. But you can also take this side for free. And he's just hovering in case there's a defense attempt.
Yeah. I think it's pretty standard. So from base, he's probably going to try to reclaim bot side vision now. Maybe look for the mid tower now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you even really need to control vision. You just like go group on this wave and clear it fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's much cleaner to clear the vision going in, but you can just force it.
Yeah.
Like you got to clear this wave. Akali's taking the blue though, I guess. Yeah. Huh. So they're moving Akali top while the wave is already shoved, instead of just stacking mid and finishing the tower. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
They're totally playing this very wrong. Like they should 4-stack mid, finish the tower. Like even share all the gold. Don't worry about optimizing the gold distribution. Force stack mid, clear the wave, use the herald, break the tower. Now the wave, probably gets pushed back onto Kali's side so she can catch it and set up a cleaner side lane push.
I mean, I think they were just trying to do it a wave later so that Volibear can do his top camps.
Yeah.
But like now, if they hover their Kali here, she can clear this next wave and then she can move down safely for this mid tower. But yeah, they definitely could have done this like a minute earlier. And like now she's not even moving; she's just facing.
Yeah. And like maybe there was some stuff like some absence of information that made them scared. But that's what I'm saying. Like if you force stacked mid there, now they can't engage on you.
Yeah.
Like what are they going to do? Question in chat. Thoughts on Golden Guardians releasing 4 out of 5 of their academy roster besides Chime? Is this a new like announcement or something? I think the Golden Guardians academy roster this year. I just want to see if anything develops in the game here. So it had a lot of like relative like veterancy in at the academy level. Keith, Zion Spartan, Hard, and I think that they are. The state that their org has landed in for 2021, they're resetting more for talent development. And I think a Blaze Olive could still fall into that. I think Chime definitely still falls into that, which is why, retaining him makes a lot of sense. But like a player like Hard, a player like Keith is not somebody you're going to build for the next 2-3 years with. I would say Zion Spartan is one where he probably wants a bigger opportunity and a chance to try to win himself back into the LCS, and Golden Guardians maybe wasn't going to give him that. So he might have wanted to go somewhere else. Like, if I'm organizationally, I'd love to have him in there trying to... the Bard ult to deny the Herald Classic.
Yeah.
I like having Zion Spartan in my academy roster to help mentor the younger players, but maybe that's not what he wants to do anymore. So, all right, going to have to probably rewatch this fight, but... Okay, so apparently 15 minutes ago, Gorica, Keith, Zion, and Hard were all released. Yeah, so I think that's kind of the reasoning there is they want to reset on some less developed players with higher kind of unexplored ceilings. We're going to rewatch this whole sequence, I think. Oh, flash in, rock save for the taunt.
Oh, wow. They are not finishing Drake.
Really trying to force. Yeah, take the Drake here.
Yeah. I think that was a bit of an overforce.
They have now spent all 5 flashes.
Yeah.
They got a kill, though.
Yeah, and they did get Drake, but
now they lose mid tower. They still haven't taken mid tower. Did they use the Herald at all?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it got Bard ulted.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they weren't just stacking with it before. Yeah. Cody says Jose didn't have smite up, so they needed to force them back to guarantee the dragon. Yeah, I thought the fight was kind of okay. I think earlier... they'll probably have a replay of it, but earlier when we were talking about like 4 stacking mid and finishing mid outer, I think even with the Bard ult to deny it, as long as you're actually stacked up there on the wave, you just finish it after with your champions.
Yes, that's a good point.
Senna should be able to do that and lots of range. So right here, Jose does have smite. What did he just use it on?
Probably in the fight to get the initial kill.
Oh, so like right here, he uses it on something. Okay, he's trying to smite on alive.
He just smited someone.
Yeah,
I think it's
he smited the Ezreal or the Skarner or someone.
Yeah, someone.
It's a little, but he's got his second charge of smite coming right back up.
Yeah,
he should be holding it here. Yeah,
I feel like after here, like you can just go to Drake, have the Shen kind of.
Yeah, he's got smite here.
Hold them off.
He shouldn't. I don't think he should smite for the fight here. He does though.
He did.
Okay, weird.
Like when the Shen taunted the Skarner, like Drake was at 1.6. Like you could just easily finish that.
Yeah.
You don't have to just fully engage him.
Apparently, Golden Guardians just announced their roster.
Oh, yeah, I guess you were right about newbie.
This is something I heard elsewhere, so
yeah.
Let's see. We'll let this keep rolling out, but I'm going to take a peek at Twitter here. Scrolling. I have a lot of scrolling to do.
And Matt's also been announced as head coach for Academy.
Yeah, they officially announced that. I like that. All right, so Niles Iconic, who is playing Scouting Grounds as Zoun, Ablaze Olive, Stixay, and Newbie. Huh. I'm gonna have to digest that a lot more, I think. Some of it is stuff that had been like rumored quite a bit. I think like a lot of people were talking about Niles being rumored to be in there, that Ablaze Olive would be moved up. I'd heard about the idea of Stixay coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And of course Newbie had been there. Putting Zoun in as your jungler. So Zoun is one where, and I did quite a bit of Scouting Grounds coverage, like it was one who I had trouble scouting ahead of Scouting Grounds because there wasn't a lot of footage. And so I was talking to a lot of other people, and a lot of people had really, really high opinions of him. And I think at Scouting Grounds, he didn't have the best showing. Like, obviously, NXI just completely popped off and looked incredible. But, of course, the way you actually look at Scouting Grounds doesn't necessarily say everything about you, right? And it's only a one-week event and players you haven't really played with before.
He played in SGC. He's a jungler from Maryville.
Yeah, so I think I could have watched a lot more on him, but I was also limited on time.
Okay.
But the opinions that people were sharing about him were really, really high. People thought he was like, I had quite a few people tell me that they thought he was the best jungler coming into the event.
Yeah, that was also my perception.
Yeah, I hadn't really seen it myself, to be honest. Like I saw some good things, but I also saw some where like, oh, I'm not so sure about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, like. That's where Golden Guardians obviously shared that opinion that a lot of other people held, that he has kind of the most potential out of that group.
Yeah.
So now he's getting thrown right into the fire.
Yeah, with Niles.
Yeah. What was it like pathing against Zoun at Scouting Grounds?
Against Zoun?
Yeah.
I mean, if I remember, like, we usually just had, like, I think stronger lanes, so I was able to play, like, as aggressive as I like kind of wanted to against Mountain.
Yeah, which is usually pretty aggressive, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, you seem to spend a lot of time contesting enemy buffs and stuff.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just not the right play. But
I didn't say it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I always thought he was a really good player, and I was one of the people who thought he was the like best jungler here in terms of like experience as well. But yeah, I think there was like he had an unfortunate showing in Scouting Grounds, partially due to like the players around him as well. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that 1 week doesn't really define you.
No.
Like everything about you as a player. So.
Yep.
Kind of got off track in this game, but Drake is coming up in a minute. I feel like this is the fight that really decides the game.
Yeah, and I think R7 are in pretty decent spot for one thing. They've got the 3 dragons so far. I think they've got pretty nice itemization on their 2 tanks.
Yeah.
And there isn't that much damage yet on the other side. Like, it's getting there. Ezreal's pretty strong right now, actually.
Yeah. Azir is also kind of spiking as well, so it's like this Infernal Soul is like very necessary.
Yeah.
Or they're just gonna get outskilled.
Okay. Akali just used TP to where? So Akali got top shoved in, that's good. TP'd out to bottom. Okay. That's a little... They just really want to have mid and bot wave 6'd, I guess, but...
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that R7 don't have control of River right now, because obviously they really wanted to.
Yeah, that makes it really hard to fight the streak. But maybe they can force their way in through...
Yeah.
Actually, Senna's just... Oh, she has TP as well.
The problem is, like, they would probably want to have 3 or 4 people approaching mid into river, and then Akali looking for a flank, maybe
Flank,
bot
yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
So that's why the Akali would TP into bot. But okay, now they're all bot together because they couldn't approach from top. Senna is
and that
recalling.
And then the Senna TV is just really awkward if they're coming through
has
bot.
TP. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that is not
because they
TP.
want the main group to approach through the top side, but the rest of them have already like given up on that and started approaching the other way.
Yeah.
I think they just don't really seem to have a clear idea of what they want to do as a team here. So now, like, yeah, here goes Alone. He's looking for the flank. Jose goes in, kinda. Aksai goes in and misses. Now they're getting... Oh, there's a good engage. Not enough follow-up. Akali wasn't ready. Yeah, their team fighting just is not very good.
Yeah. Akali just didn't have the time to flank properly.
Yeah. Well, and
now they're just going to get poked.
If they... Yeah. They like if they wanted to approach from this top part, they probably were going to eat a lot of poke coming in through it.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, but... Would have to like watch back the whole last 90 seconds because I think that's where this was really decided. Mm-hmm. Oh boy!
Oh, it just gets blown up. Yeah,
Akali tries to go in solo. Skarner all done.
Yeah. I mean, I think if I was with it, I'd just go for the steal if I can, because like now the game seems kind of over.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can ult in for that steal attempt, flash out.
Yeah.
At least try. He's really tanky. I'm sure he could have gotten out alive.
Mm-hmm.
But now you lost the dragon, so you got to wait 5 more minutes. You lose the Baron, and this thing should be over.
You just really need the Infernal Soul there so that you can actually burst their carries later. Yeah. Because now they're just outscaled. It's a little unfortunate.
Yep. We'll see if anything else interesting happens here, but it probably won't.
Mm-hmm.
People who are looking for reactions on the Golden Guardians news, I want to stay on topic here more or less, but I'll definitely have things to say about it with the rest of my off-season coverage later. So yeah, we'll speed through this to see if anything else happens. I don't think there's really like, short of like Jace or Azir kind of wandering off into no man's land and getting picked off. You don't really have any win conditions left.
Yeah.
They didn't seem like R7 didn't seem like they had any real plans of how to set up their win conditions. Not thinking far enough ahead about like how to prep this dragon properly. A lot of late recalls before fights, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's again like game one. Like I don't think there's much specific that Jose could have or should have done differently. There are some things like the failure to punish that first flash that he got off the Azir.
Yeah.
Like things like that where he should have been like sticking his neck out a little more on some things. But it's one where it's not a very big or active mistake. It's just more missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's much that needs to be said about that death right there.
Mm-hmm. I feel like with just in these past 2 games, a lot of like draft and team errors where like there's only so much an individual can do, I think.
Yep. Konsama says, has RoseThorn been picked up by a team yet?
I don't know.
The anything in like Academy, and then Academy always comes in a wave after LCS news, and then like amateur stuff is going to come a wave after Academy. So
it is possible.
Yep. Those things are not finalized or determined yet.
Yeah.
I think like there are probably several Academy rosters that are relatively decided, but just getting like paperwork done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's nothing to say about this fight.
Yeah, I mean, again, like Akali could not even look for another flank here. It was the same situation, just like 8k gold down.
Yep, and pretty hard for this R7 comp to approach an objective, right? Because they don't have a ton of range to threaten from. They only have Senna. They
Yeah.
have like Recon engage, but you need vision control for that. They have a Kali flank, but you need vision control for that. They just don't
Mhm.
have the map control to get the vision control to get the angles. So
Yeah. I think they could have done it in their first soul fight. They just based way too late.
yeah,
I did like his build path though, going for uh, the MR item and then
yeah,
Warmogs. Warmogs is really important
yeah, against all that
against all
poke
that
and
poke.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Game 3 of the series, and this is where it all starts to get good. We had an Akali. I'm going to show you how the Akali is done, they say. We got Galio Ashe, Volibear Senna. So they're basically like, all knights are stealing the R7 comp from last game.
Yeah.
All right. They're not going to lean into it the same way. We got a Camille. Oh, they're last picking jungle.
I
All
really
right.
wonder what's gonna be.
Let's see.
Set's still
Yeah,
open.
what would you? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, so Set's there.
Let's see.
What do you need compositionally for R7? You've got Camille Ashe, so you got some
Camille
AP.
Galio.
You got some AP from Galio, right?
Yeah.
And the Camille
It's.
Galio combo is really good for engage with Nautilus and Ashe as well. You have a ton of engage.
I think Nidalee was a little too early. Like 10.16. I don't think she was really that far in the meta yet. I feel like they're just gonna go for like the center set again. Honestly.
Yeah, I just worry like I think an AP jungler would be kind of good. You do want something that combos well with Camille to like
Yeah.
help her like make her more of a win condition,
Hmm.
probably.
That's true.
There isn't really a good like AP ganking jungler for that. So I don't think you need to worry about that too much.
Hmm. Well, was Lillia out in this patch already? 10.16.
Good question. I think so.
Yeah, so I guess Lillia would be pretty decent here as well. I'm not too sure. Like, yeah, it's just too far back in terms of like the patch notes, like to understand what was meta. But like, if it was like Worlds meta, like I would always pick Lillia here.
Yeah. Yeah, that would fit really well. And there it is. Yeah, I think it was because this is the playoffs. Like this is the patch before Worlds kind of thing. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lillia was open then. I think it's so interesting that like in playoffs, like more like utility ganking style junglers, like tanks like Volibear and Set were like very heavily contested. And then
Mhm.
we go into Worlds, and then suddenly it's just all Graves,
Yeah.
Nidalee. Like,
yeah, farm, fight, fight, fight.
yeah, it's just really weird because nothing fundamentally changed in the jungle during those patch notes. But
Yeah, it's all what changed around them.
yeah,
Well, and to some extent, I think teams realizing, you're kind of discovering and realizing, oh, this is actually the right way to play. Right? Like metas change without patch notes.
yeah, that's true.
So
I mean, this matchup, like Lily, is just going to be like 2 levels ahead naturally, just from how fast she clears compared to Volibear.
if you want to see great examples of how a game meta can change even when the game itself doesn't, you go watch StarCraft Brood War and you realize that there are units seeing occasional use now
Mhm.
that were not used like 2 years ago even. And that game has not had a patch change for like 18 years.
Yeah, that's
So-
crazy. Like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lillia starting Raptors, classic.
Yeah.
There's no
Just
contest on
it's
those
Alicia
Raptors.
start. You'll probably just do Raptors Red Krugs base.
Could AK have contested these? Like, Volibear seems decent. Tom Kench is pretty good, level 1, right?
Oh, the Raptors?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could pull TK up there, but then you don't have the Senna Tom Kench. Like, you want the Senna Tom Kench to start in lane.
Okay.
And if it's just a 3v3, I think R7's level 1 is way stronger, especially if Galio starts W.
So can you walk through a second again what you're saying in the past? So Raptors, red,
Krugs. Yeah.
yeah, full
And
top
then-
side clear.
Yeah, and then if top looks gankable, then he probably goes for that. If it's not, he just bases and goes back to bot side.
And then go for the bot crap. You
Yeah.
have enough time for that still.
Yeah, and maybe it's both bot lanes are really strong, and I think Volibear is stronger early than Lillia, so he could always just path back up to the topside crab as well if he wants to avoid the fight.
Do you have any risk if you do that of your bot side getting invaded? Probably not.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's that easy for Sen and Tahm Kench to get shoved in this lane. Like it should be pretty
No.
neutral.
Yeah, I mean Ash always has shoved so well with her W,
Yeah, yeah,
and like the Galio is going to be pretty okay with losing 3 CS to help defend jungle, right? So
yeah, for sure. And Galio's also just stronger than Azir early as well. Good trades balling.
Toxic Zimbabwe, I love the username and appreciate the kind words. Compositionally, Josedeodo is looking for like. So I don't feel like I have the greatest read on Lilia's role in a comp sometimes. Like she can do a lot of damage, she can engage, but like how much do you see yourself as a win condition versus I'm here to enable the Camille, I'm here to set up wombos.
Yeah, I think in this setup, it's definitely more about, or like in this comp, it's definitely more about setting up for the Camille and Galio. Like in a team fight, it's not going to be super easy for Lily to just walk in, especially because there's Azir, Senna W, and like Volibear stun. So in a team fight, her role is more about like trying to get the best ulti possible, like with her like bowling ball, and then I could Q into the melees. But definitely in terms of like early mid game, like once she hits 6, she really wants to try snowballing her side lanes or her solo lanes.
Okay. And in this case, specifically the Camille.
Yeah, specifically Camille.
You could play through bot lane here, I'd say. A little bit.
Yeah, it's just
early on.
Sen and Tahm Kench is just really hard to punish. I think.
Even with like a 4-man dive with the Galio ult, no, that's gonna be pretty hard.
Yeah. Like Tahm Kench just cleanse for the Ashe ulti and Lillia ulti.
So he's coming back for second Raptors after full clearing top and full clearing bot.
And
he gets okay. I did not see how this happened. He got double crabbed. How did? And didn't reset anywhere in there. So full clear top. Now he's.
Oh, so he didn't base. He just decided to walk, which is fine.
Goes to blue. And now he's thinking what he wants to do is blue onto crab.
Yeah.
His bot lane is a bit of push. Yeah, Volibear's first, and Azir has lots of push. So they're like,
priority as well.
We cannot fight this. Mid is pretty even, but.
I think both junglers are like happy with what happened. Like Volibear had to take a slightly inefficient pathing so that he can deny the crab. So he can deny like both crabs. So Lillia isn't like they're pretty even in terms of XP and gold. I think whoever gets the respawning Raptors is like gonna be coming out slightly ahead.
Yeah.
Because Volibear does go for these Raptors here, which is smart by him.
And again, like Azir has so much prior over the Galio. Even if the Galio is okay with giving up a few CS for this, like this is giving up actually a lot of CS to do it. Oh no, you got the wave cleared.
Yeah, he did end up forcing him back.
Yeah, Galio cleared that wave enough that he could threaten to help the Lillia, and Volibear goes, okay, can't go for that.
Yeah. Pretty standard. He'll probably just stay around the top side, mid top side, until her Krogs are back up.
And the Volibear can go down. Okay, he's going to reset here.
Yeah, and Lillia will probably reset as well, unless he wants to try to help Camille out of this so that she can base.
Yeah. But like the Camille's not at risk of dying here.
No.
And they're both going to need to reset soon. Like it doesn't really need the help.
Yeah.
Like okay, the Akali can get you down to 10% health, and then what? So it's fine. You just clear this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the camp timers are, but there should be some stuff coming up fairly soon.
Yeah, Gromp and Wolf should be coming up in like the next 20 seconds. Yeah, there it is for Gromp. I think his priority right now is just covering for this dive. He knows Volibear is bot side because when they saw Volibear, when he saw him at Raptors, he knew what pathing he did.
Right. And like instead of recalling there, Azir conceivably could have started running bot.
Yeah.
There was
I
a
don't know if he
dive
based in
option.
fog, but yeah.
But neither team needs to really force anything. Like blue team can scale quite hard with Akali and Azir,
Yeah.
but
This is a
Camille
really
is
good
also very happy.
Drake timing. They should go for this. The blue side.
Blue team, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he got the check, which doesn't really matter, I think.
Yeah. So you don't have, if you're Jose, you don't have mid or bot prior, you can't contest this dragon, so you just keep farming, getting an individual lead.
Yeah,
And
he's lucky here. The top crab spawned.
Yeah. Lillia makes really good use of this gold. Like she's one of that class of junglers that I was so happy in this meta because she can get a ton of gold and use it well.
Yeah.
Now you can't.
The crab spawning top is actually pretty huge because he'll hit a level 6 first.
Okay, yeah. You can't dive top here though.
No, never. Well, maybe Galley can move.
Actually, yeah. With the Galley, maybe you could. So they're thinking about it, but he's like, no, I haven't killed the crab yet. Okay,
yeah, you probably maybe you play for top TP.
Ooh, contesting wolves here is gutsy.
Yeah, I think
the Azir could back out here and help.
Yeah,
this is the kind of wolves contest I've seen you do a few times.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably die there. It's possible. I think it was a good play by the Volibear because he ignored his bot side to contest the wolf.
Yeah, and even if you didn't have to defend your wolves, they are also in position to help potential dive if it happens. So.
Yeah, for sure. It was a good read. Nothing like lost or gained too much though. Lillia's still happy just doing her red side.
Good Nautilus ult.
Yeah. They did have to burn flashes, and now the wave's pretty bad for them though.
Yeah.
Lillia probably looks to come bot after this play. Oh wow, they go for this.
Bam.
It's just an ult trade.
Ooh, good flash.
Oh, that's
that wasn't a flash. That was a Akali ult. It was really nice. Oh, no way.
Oh, man.
Well played. That was really nice.
Yeah. I don't think Jose could do much there.
Was that a reaction to the Camille ult? No, Jose was fine here, but...
Yeah. I think the Camille also missed her E.
Oh. Look at this. You see the Camille ult coming in, so you Akali ult to carry...
Yeah, and then his E was,
He's like, yeah, no, that was pretty bad. But that's not, Josedeodo didn't do anything wrong there.
Yeah. Oh, and then he dies mid too.
Rough.
Bit tragic. Oh,
so
he went out, okay.
You're 2-0 down. You're a dragon and 300 gold down. Starting to feel rough.
Yeah.
Demoralizing, I'm sure, to lose the Camille there.
Yeah. I mean, they did burn a Akali flash, so he probably just clears back up, and by the time he's topside, his ulti should be up again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when they probably look for another play top.
But you won't have any Galio tools.
Yeah, you won't have any Galio.
Yeah. Well, how long is Galio out cooldown?
Should be like at least 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's around there.
Oh, nice pick.
This helps. Lane. That helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, Jose is clearing Gromp.
Yeah, I mean, Lily is still farming, getting ahead of the Volibear.
Mm-hmm. Big dramatic replay.
Yeah.
Ooh. And the Pengu. So.
Oh wow, is he just dead?
Yikes.
Not looking good.
I'm not sure if we'll be able to see this, but during the replay and just before the replay, like right here. Ashe and Nautilus have a big shove. Lillia
Mhm.
has camps up in her own jungle.
Yeah.
And I don't think they have info on Volibear. Let's go back a little further.
They do know he just finished his Herald now.
Right. Okay. So they know he's topside. Okay. That's a big piece of the puzzle because I was kind of thinking like Lillia, rather than farming these camps, I was thinking it might be the better call to cover that bot shove. But if they knew Volibear was top, he knew he didn't have to cover and he could just focus on his farming.
I think they knew after like Camille died, the first Camille death, and then the gank on Galio. Like it's a really free Herald.
Yeah. Yep. So that's a good read then. Keep on farming, and he has a massive he's almost up 20 CS now.
I think there he should have went for enemy Raptors though, especially when he knew he was on Herald. But small thing.
And even if you didn't know the Volibear was topside there, you had bot lane able to move for you.
Yeah, exactly. Senna just died.
Yeah. So I was looking for something a little more aggressive or a little more forward moving there, but it's fine.
I think if it was a carry versus carry jungle matchup, it would be a lot more significant.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, I guess Volibear doesn't even really care if he loses Raptors.
Not really.
Yeah.
He just needs to have reasonable items. That he doesn't get burst out too quick. He wants to get his stun off. He wants to get his ult off.
Yeah.
Distract people.
And he made sure to path correctly early so that he wouldn't be too behind now.
Yeah.
It's only a level down.
Alright, so they're going to use Herald. They can't quite break the tower here.
Yeah.
But Jose's here to cover that, which is a part of it.
Camille's moving down for this streak, but I think she has to go back up soon. They're probably just giving it again.
Yeah.
No, or not.
Camille's giving up a lot of farm right now.
Yeah.
It's scared of getting solo killed again, or?
I'm not sure. I think it's so that she doesn't have to burn TP and just they can look for the fight, but Akali has TP anyway. And if he just moves down, then Akali gets 2 plates, she loses 2 waves.
Yeah, and I don't think the Camille is strong enough to abuse TP advantage.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I don't really feel good about that one. Okay, so Camille's waiting to TP if they want to fight this. It looks like they do. Go for the Tom Kench, which is always a good shot, a good call.
That was a pretty creative play.
Yeah, we're going to watch that again. It's a pretty big fight. All right, let's see. So they're ready to full on engage with the Galio coming in. And what does Jose do?
They take the blast gun over together. Does he sleep here? Yeah, it's a 2-man, I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
Actually, he used it too late.
Yeah, I think I was thinking could he use it on anybody right at the start of the fight or whatever? It seemed like the ult didn't really make a big difference either way.
No. I think he honestly could have just saved it.
Yeah.
But it's hard to think about that in a team fight.
Sure.
Yeah.
Here
they just burst down those 2 anyway. But he sleeps. Who does he sleep here? I think he slept at Tom Kench and Senna.
Yeah. Because he hits Tom Kench here. And there, he hits a bowling ball on Senna there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, it was a really smart punish with the creative use of the blast cone.
Yeah. The Senna almost got away. And didn't use heal. So, I think it's fine. I think using the ult there was fine. That was nothing really special from Jose, but he did his part in the play.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised they won that fight so cleanly, though.
Yeah, it was just Tom Kench and Senna got bursted way too hard early on.
Yeah.
They were just out of position.
Yeah, Senna should have been more on the other side of the pit, and Tom Kench should be it feels weird, but I think a lot of the time you want to be behind the person, not in front of them, because you know that Tahm Kench is usually the priority target.
Yeah.
So you want them to start hitting the person you're trying to save, then you save that person, then they have to start hitting you.
Yeah, that would be the ideal case. He probably gets a pretty big level lead. Yeah, he gained another level for Volibear.
Yeah, he's up 40 CS almost. He's got 3 assists to nothing.
Yeah,
He's got a dark seal.
and that was pretty big for Camille too. Like she kind of caught up in gold with those
Yep.
2 kills.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's probably just gonna clear back up again and then play for Camille.
Yep. Yeah, and at this you're starting to reach the point of the game where you want Camille to become this giant pressure point.
Yeah.
And you want to play like kind of the 4-1 split or a little bit of 1-3-1. You want to start playing kind of with side lane pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And now that the Camille is on a much more even footing, like still a little behind the Akali, but should be okay.
Oh, he opts into a giant spell.
Yeah.
Instead of Leandry's.
So giant spell would go into what? Does it go into
Dead Man's, I think.
Dead Man's. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that build always feels so counterintuitive to me.
I mean, Lillia is never really auto-attacking, so you just always have the movement speed permanently. But you do less damage. I feel like Leandry's just too good.
Yeah, and it's a comp, like the rest of his comp doesn't have that much damage. Like they have a lot of damage, but not enough where you'd be like, we don't need any more damage.
Yeah, and they definitely don't have like a lot of AP either.
Yeah, exactly. Like Galio's your other AP, and then like a little bit from Nautilus, but
yeah. I also like don't think the armor from Deadman's really helps you. Like, sure it's Senna, but the people who's gonna kill her is Kali Azir.
Yeah. All right. Is he gonna ult this?
If he hit the ball on 2, maybe, but
yeah, there's only Senna.
Yeah. Oh, I messed with the Herald spawn. Maybe they kill it before.
Oof.
I misplayed the Volibear. They should be afraid to enter topside though.
Who should? Blue side?
Or red side. Like they should be anticipating a topside dive, so he covers by going to Krugs.
Yeah.
And force them out. This is all fine. I think now they're just maybe gonna help Camille shove in a wave so that he can base and then come back to Drake.
Yeah, he's got like he's been on this same items for quite a while. He's probably got like 1,500 gold or something.
Yeah.
Finish boots, get another component.
Yeah, I think Jose should have base here. If not, like now Akali's just gonna base first.
Yeah, there's not okay. It's not the biggest deal. Like it's about a 3-second difference or something.
Yeah, just a small thing.
and do you think like if they really, even if the two of them tried to shove that wave in and get a faster reset, and Akali's not even taking it, they're potentially exposing themselves to a Volibear gank, no? Or a TP play from Azir?
Yeah, it's possible. Although Gala can match that as well. I think 3v3 they have a decent chance of winning it. Oh, he's just caught.
So this is like, see how much difference it makes when you're the first team set up on Dragon Spawn.
Yeah.
Camille
and now Camille doesn't even. Did she?
No, it didn't. No, that didn't.
No, she just moved bot because
yeah, neither of them had TP.
Yeah. She knows she doesn't have to back because like Volibear's dead.
Right. And the wave is neutralized mid pretty much.
Yeah.
You might lose top tower for this. Excuse me. No, you're probably gonna. Yeah, you lost a wave top actually.
I think he's fine to go back top, but I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like when you'd want to hover towards spot and then go, okay, it's fine. We got the dragon anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever. Josedeodo did not make that decision, so.
Yeah.
And they got the dragon. But Akali is, like, getting further ahead off this for sure.
Yeah.
So Camille got the Merc Dreads working towards the Hex Drinker, looks like. Now Lillia's resetting. Up 50 CS at this point.
Yeah, it's just how this match goes. Opted into Sork Boots. Yeah, I just feel like the build is a little weird now. Like
Dead Man's Plate and Zork Boots.
yeah. There's not too much CC needs to worry about. Like Volibear stun isn't that long. Maybe
Yeah.
like the only like long CC needs to worry about is center root.
Yeah. That's pretty much, I mean, those and then Tom Kench stun, that's pretty much all there is.
Yeah. I think Sork Boots is fine then. It's just Dead
Why not
Man's is
go
weird.
all the way, yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of your build too.
Yeah. I feel like here off this like reset, he could be like more in sync with Nautilus. Like it seems like they both just like they're not on the same page on like what job they should be doing. It's like Lillia went towards Raptors and then Nautilus was like hovering bot side.
Yeah. And this is one where like 1-3-1ing is definitely an option. Galio is not going to like push the wave deep. He's just going to make sure the waves keep getting neutralized and then can like lean somewhere. I don't know why he walked all the way mid here. But this is, I mean, overall the map setup from R7 here is about what you want. You just wish that Camille actually could be shoving, not getting shoved on.
Yeah, yeah. It is also weird that AK is just 4 men for an entire minute mid.
Yeah.
I think if Ash didn't have the base there, then Galio could just keep shoving bot. But since she had the base, you know, like now they're
Wait, he TP'd for tempo?
they're basing one at a time. Who? Oh yeah, I guess he
Galio
did.
just TP'd for tempo.
Yeah.
They know Azira's bot, but like the mid tower has 80% health still.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what that TP does.
Okay.
Oh, now they're looking on Macaulay.
Yeah, they got Akali's flash. That's something. Oh.
Yeah.
They can't follow that up.
Yeah. They do get topside control here. I think Jose should now like meet up with support and then try to transfer it back down to bot. Drake's coming up in 2 minutes.
Yeah, just for like the lane prio of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good chunk on mid.
They clearly think they can finish mid. I think they can't quite. And I
Yeah.
don't think they like. I think they want to. Getting mid outer is a big deal for split pushing, but but I think they didn't have the best read on how much they were going to actually accomplish there, and I think they lost a lot of tempo bot that they could have gained.
Yeah. They definitely could have like cleared the bot side river and maybe like put some vision in the bot side enemy jungle.
Yeah, and this is around the time to be doing that, right? You're like 60 to 90 seconds out.
Yeah.
Clear all that vision. I mean, so here's something that I always struggle with a little bit. You clear all the vision, then you reset, and by the time you come back out, has the enemy team just retaken that vision? Like that's one where I'm not sure always the perfect sequence there.
It's possible. I feel like if you base properly like in fog, then it's really hard for the enemy team to like just enter their jungle again. Yeah. And at the very least, like they can like the enemy team can at least like clear the vision in their jungle, but like it's hard for them to enter. It should still be hard for them to enter river.
Sure.
Like here, like it's hard for them to even enter mid because now they're just getting collapsed on by Camille Galio.
Yeah, so like the overall outcome of R7's macro here is about right. I think they could have done it in a little bit of a different order to be more efficient. Like they could have gotten all that damage on mid outer in the second phase of that, not without trying so hard to get it in the first phase.
Yeah, yeah. And then like at that point AKs has more trouble entering the jungle. Yep. And then like when they engaged on the mid here, like they could have also waited on them to like enter further. You know, like they didn't have to go so early.
Yeah,
and then maybe the
baiting hard on the dragon even, and then engaging out of that fog.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like Jose was like not even like he didn't think his team would do that either because I don't think he was in that fight.
No.
Yeah. So now it's like a little weirder. Like it's easier for blue team to enter because they know that that R7 don't have Camille Galio ults
Yeah.
or like any ults
Or
actually.
an auto assault.
Lilias.
All they
Yeah.
have is they've got one little prancy girl.
Yeah. So like I'm kind of confused why AK is not just starting Drake here. Like they don't have to go through mid because they already have river control. Like they can just start Drake.
Yeah, so like the question is like it's gonna be a while for the next. Yeah, there's not even a wave here for R7 to like create pressure with. Okay, here we go. I was looking away for a second.
Like I think it's so crazy that Lillia gets a 3-man here so easily.
Yeah. Got one word here.
Like that's just not allowed.
Just like you just all walk up in a group where it's easy to land that.
Yeah.
Galio follow up. Okay, it's not over yet. It is a little hard, I think, for R7 to kill a tank.
I mean, this is all because like they don't have ults either. So like the only way they win a fight is like through a huge Lillia ult like that. Like I just think AK should like not like it should not have been that close in the first place because they should be like on Drake, not stacking in the line bush.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, for Jose, not much like he could have done. Like that was like
no, I mean he got a really good ult off.
Yeah, like that was the best he could do.
But yeah, I think that really that whole sequence was earlier in the whole macro rotation setup stuff for getting set up for the dragon. That 69 seconds before, I think they were a little inefficient with. They had that kind of potential fight mid where they spent all their ults and didn't get a whole lot off it. They should have been able to set that up better and get something from that big fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Should have gotten like 2 kills and the dragon and then tempo for the next sequence too. All of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But not the end of the world.
Yeah.
You're up in gold still. And RoseThorn,
just one round.
Josedeodo is still 40 CS up.
Yeah. Camille's still relatively happy.
Mm-hmm. And you have a bit of a recipe for how you can win fights now too. And you just go, okay, next time we're going to get this. Like we're one Mountain Drake further behind, big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is a big deal. Don't give up the next one.
Yeah, it'll be a lot harder to kill Azir Senna with the Camille Galio when they have Earth's Math and Soul.
Yeah. So around now, Galio's going to have to back out and catch this top push.
I feel like in this map set where like they don't have Drakes, like they kind of like jungle support feels lost.
Sure.
Like they should be entering enemy topside, clearing the topside river. Like it just feels strange that Nautilus is hovering the Camille.
Yeah.
I mean, like now, like
there isn't like what else are you going to be doing really?
Yeah.
Like you can try to invade. Like once you have push in Galio's side, you can enter that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think
they could be doing a better job of giving Galio the push and then like connecting Galio with Lillia and Nautilus, and then they can enter river together.
Yeah.
Oh, Ash is up mid when she can't be.
Oh no. Little extended there.
Yeah.
So I think like your mid lane group here needs to be, for one thing, kind of tight as at least 2, like Ash Nautilus or Ash Lillia, Ash Galio, whatever. Somebody needs to be with the Ash close, and 3 if it's 3. But you're going to be setting up these diagonals on the map, right? Where you've got one side lane pushed and one side lane catching, and then the transition periods in between. And your mid lane group needs to try to only be pushing and like pushing up in mid when one of your sides is at a tower, basically. Because that's when the enemy team have to respond. Or like when you're leading into one of those tower hits. So that was in a transitionary period, if we go back to it, when Ash gets caught here. So like right now, so Galio is actually starting to reset here, but you're in a transition period. Neither of your side lanes is coming up to the tower because Galio's not following this wave, and Galio almost never, I think, will follow this wave unless you've got the support jungle moving to help and like threaten a dive kind of thing, like push somebody off the tower to actually take it. Camille's the one who's actually going to go and hit a tower. So this mid lane, for one thing, it's only the one person standing there. You got to be noticing we're in a vulnerable part of our 1-3-1 rotations. Wants to walk up to the wave, like I get it, but it's going to come to you in 3 seconds. So that was a vulnerable part of the 1-3-1 setup, and the mid lane group didn't respect it. So you lose the mid tower for that.
My Galio is coming straight from base as well.
Yeah. Are they going to they're going to get a big team fight or something that's going to turn the whole thing, I think.
Yeah, probably. I think it's really hard for carries to play perfectly when enemy team has Camille Galio.
Yeah.
The top catch helps, but you can't save both Azir and Senna.
Oh, eats the Ashe ult. Can Tom Kench? Yeah, I was going to say Tom Kench should just be able to eat you out of that, right?
Yeah, but they can't eat it. Can't eat both of them.
No.
Yeah.
But out of the Camille ult.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So the Camille ult onto the Volibear there just kind of did nothing.
Yeah.
But you did get flash and cleanse off of Tom Kench, which is pretty big for the dragon fight coming up.
Yeah.
But are their ults going to be back? They spent 4 ults on that. They'll be back just in time, maybe, some of them.
I think Galio's won't, but the rest should.
Oh, here we go. All right, let's go back a second. So we're red team. We're trying to set back up into our 1-3-1 again, except that Nautilus is going into the enemy jungle.
He just gets some vision for Galio. I feel like this is fine for them to split up.
Yeah, but look at the overall map posture. You got 2 people going bot, 2 people going top, and then Ashe up at river.
I just think Ashe just can't move up. Then.
Yeah.
Maybe Lillia doesn't do her camps yet and sits mid with her.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think you need to have at least 2 people mid here, even defensively.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You have to reset your map state overall to get into this this kind of teeter-totter thing or seesaw thing where you've got one side pushed, one side pulled, and then go back the other way or whatever. And you were in the middle of getting back into it. All right, so now Camille's trying to counter pressure the Baron. This thing's feeling pretty bad right now. There's no steal.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get the mid inner for this, which is something, but
they will have set up for Drake. I guess
that's true. Although, so the Baron resets, they're gonna be back in time.
Yeah, it's just gonna be hard for them to enter.
Ashe is just coming up. But you can I think they'll be here in time, and you can get a big wombo fight. They've already shown they have a recipe for winning team fights if they do it at the right place and time. So that's what you're looking for here, and they've got great vision on the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Camille's going to want a TP flank probably.
I think the smarter play for blue is just to go mid, but maybe they just really want this mountain still.
Mid and top with the Baron even, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
by the time this Drake is finished, they already got 2 towers.
And the only way AK can lose this game is throwing a team fight.
Exactly, yeah.
So this is actually...
So that's what's going to happen.
Volibear goes. Galio helps to disengage that. Big old mosh pit team fight, my favorite. Jose goes in deep. Oh, and he lives. Let's see what kind of ult he got off.
I think his ulti was not the best. When he flashed in, that was there, he would have gotten an insane ult. But
yeah.
I think he was just, again, reacting to Volibear going in early. This was crazy.
So, Volibear just goes in. And who follows up? In this comp, Akali follows up, actually.
Yeah, that's it. No one else wants to go in.
Akali hasn't gone. Now Akali's I'm going to go, but Nautilus just peels her hard. Really good peel on the Akali. But no target was ready to well, kind of Leza, I guess, was a little bit. If you can, flash ult. Yeah, the Akali should have flash ulted on Ashe.
But Akali can't go in with Galio right there.
No.
Yeah.
Akali should be right around here. Akali, where's Akali? Doesn't have TP. It's hard to see.
She's on the, right there. Yeah.
Akali should be doing this.
Yeah, exactly. And instead of Volibear going in so early, he just postures.
Yeah. Anyways, what does Jose do? Jose is part of this mid line with Galio too that can just you come in, okay, we're gonna eat you alive. Where's his ult? So he's hit a couple people. He used it on a target that was already dying, yeah.
Yeah. So like he could have used it here, but when he flash Q, he could have
Yeah, and that
already.
would have been like instant ace. But
Yeah.
it's going to be an ace anyway, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. But he probably should have died for that. Still,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I think that
AKA
was just
throwing.
yeah, that was just their throw.
Yeah. R7 are like, okay, the only way we can win and the only way they can lose is some giant 5v5 team fight. So let's do it.
Yeah.
And they get it. Now you got to do that 2 more times, probably.
Hmm.
Hey, look, a replay. How convenient. So during that, they'd already taken mid-inner, I think, but they don't really get anything. All the Baron buffs are gone now.
Let's see. It's just more waiting until the next objective.
Yep. Is Camille strong enough now to start winning side lane at all? Has TP advantage.
I think so. I think past like 2.5 items, Camille starts winning.
Yeah. So like, the Camille is down, right? Has 2 items, 2 components, boots against 3 items and boots and a stopwatch.
Yeah, but I think the magic resist from Death Dance, Cal, and the Merc Treads is enough for him to win fights.
Yeah. Earlier I thought he was going to Hex Drinker, but he was going to Death Dance.
Yeah.
And now I have no idea what's going on with any items, so it's probably going to be 6 months until I do. How are you finding like adapting new items? Do you have builds kind of figured out yet, or are you still like no idea really?
Yeah, still experimenting. There are clear like items that are like really OP for certain champions, like Eclipse. But yeah, definitely still a lot more experimenting to do.
Yeah.
It's just hard to get an accurate read on like just some solo queue games, like because
Yeah.
it'll always just be based on feel until we get like the math down on everything.
Okay, so there's nothing being synced at all for R7 on the map, but Camille is able to take this tower. You gotta like, okay, yeah. Do some resets here, hold mid, set up. Okay, I would put Camille top here with TP. Dragon's coming in a minute.
Yeah,
But they're all
and
going
you
to go
definitely
mid.
like. I feel like a minute before this, they should be like in topside getting vision for Camille.
Mhm.
Like the
So
fact
she
that she was
can-
able to get that tower with like no coverage through the river, it was like pretty risky, I think.
Yeah. But instead, they're just going to try to 5-man this setup. Because, I mean, and I can understand why. Like, that's how they won the last fight, is just 5-manning it.
Yeah, that's true. And it's gonna be soul for the enemy team again. So
Yeah. But
like
still,
you can
like,
see that there's the top wave is pretty bad.
yeah. I think that the much cleaner setup was for Camille to deploy top off of that reset.
Yeah.
4-man mid. Don't worry too much about bot. If it comes to your inner, you go catch it. But
Hmm.
but then you've got right here, you should be able to get a couple of TP wards in for Camille. If they push into you, Camille TPs. You still have Galio and Nautilus and Lillia to kind of disengage them or counter engage them.
Hmm. This is a really good setup. What they did, have Camille and Lillia start early. It's burned before like they even
Yeah.
get there.
That was a good call.
Yeah, Akali's flanking kind of probably this time, but as long as Galio marks Akali, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, now they can back out safely.
Yeah, and they're like, you're not gonna mosh pit us. Like,
Yeah,
good luck.
exactly.
I don't know
All
if
they
there's
lose is some tempo for Baron, and that's it.
Yeah, it's fine. They got enough, I think. Ooh, Galio TP for
TP
that? I
or Camille
wish,
TP.
wish Galio TP'd for that. Lose the tower anyways.
Yeah.
But
It's a little
Galio, what did
strange.
Galio TP for? Did Galio TP to defend Baron? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, they just started it. Okay, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
What's going on?
Oh my god.
Here goes Akali.
Because
1v3.
because Akali, you like have to do that.
So is it going to steal this Baron?
Maybe that's how it
He
ends.
is, right? Yeah. No, Camille steals the Baron. Wow.
Oh my god, what is this
And
game?
they didn't even win the fight. Okay. Huh.
Wow, the fact that they reverse up is actually crazy.
Yep.
Because they should have just straight up lost from that.
Yep. Right here it should be 2 inhibs.
Yeah.
At least
Ashes and
one,
Splash
maybe
too.
2.
So maybe after they get Dragon, they just can't base. They have to just go back mid.
Yeah, well, it was a okay, only one inhib. It was a pretty crazy call to go for that Baron.
Yeah, I agree. I
Like
didn't think they'd
it
go
could have
for it.
gone lots worse if Camille had held TP there and been able to come to a better spot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think also Nautilus getting caught out was, I guess that also factored in, of course.
Yeah, it did. That was a good play by Jisoo.
Yeah.
All right, so now, I mean, you're fighting for mid prio anyways. It's just that much harder to fight for mid prio with tempo on R7 because you got to kill the supers too.
Yeah.
But I think you've got pretty good tools for killing those.
I mean, the fight will be a little closer now because of the gold injection and like Baron at 5 minutes is like a lot of stats.
What do you think of Jose's build now?
Oh, going the Magi's. I mean, I can understand it if it's like this fight's what matters because like it's like 1,000 gold. Like you're not gonna do much with. I guess you get a stopwatch with that. That's probably what I would have done.
Yeah. It's a bit of a weird spot to be in overall.
Yeah.
With the Deadmans and the Leandries. I mean, it's a pretty good amount of health.
Yeah, and you get the 3 mountains, which lets the
that's true.
armor be more useful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I would have gone for a stopwatch there since like getting a Q flash and then ulti stopwatch is just
exactly.
really insane. Yeah.
All right, minute to dragon. This one is soul for either team. Camille has no TP, so you gotta find a flank on foot if you're gonna do that. Or are they just gonna keep doing the same thing and try to receive and engage? I think that's probably what they're gonna do.
Yeah, that's definitely a better idea. They just keep contesting mid wave until blue team forces something.
Yep.
Or they overextend so that Camille Gallo can punish.
Mm-hmm. And they're pretty spread out here. Like you almost had an angle to go for something into the mid group there, I think.
Yeah.
But like you got to try not to get too antsy if you're R7 here.
Yeah.
I think you've got a pretty good comp for receiving this.
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds. Yeah, back out, back out.
Oh, Ash is super annoying in this kind of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now they can just burn Drake
because Ash W covers the entire river, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, you just got it. Okay, blue team.
Yeah.
That was a pretty late call to rush mid.
Yeah. They had to do that earlier.
And they only left 2 people to. Is 2 people enough to stop these recalls? No.
I don't think so. Yeah, especially with the TP with Galio coming in. Yeah. Like they could probably just collapse on these 3.
Oh dear.
Oh, TK does come in.
They tried to be G2 esports or something. I'm like,
yeah,
we're gonna like outthink you on this one, ha.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's actually really, really hard to do that.
Yeah.
I'm actually like that's probably the biggest thing I'm excited about with Cloud9 this year with Perks is seeing how much of that he brings with him because I'm pretty sure he's the primary creative thinker in that stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. Oh my god, what a throw.
Yeah, a couple of them.
They actually could have just 3-0'd.
Yep. I'll take you one further. They should have 3-0'd.
Yeah. And they probably get Baron here as well, or at least a setup for it.
Yeah. These 3 games are making it pretty hard to learn a whole lot about Jose, I'd say.
Yeah.
The team hasn't given him a whole lot to work with. I haven't really seen him making big mistakes. I haven't also really seen him coming out and like making huge plays that turn things.
I think that's the biggest thing about him. He's very consistent. He knows what he's supposed to do when like in terms of like being defensive when his team's like doesn't have prior.
He's covered some potential dive setups, things like that. He's generally kind of pathed to the right place. Oh, there's a good one.
Oh, that was a great big play. Yeah.
So I should have slowed down or not. Okay. So there's nothing on the map to worry about. Oh, no, Baron's up. So R7 are controlling the Baron here because it's just spawned. Ash ult misses. Jose sees something here. Flash, Q, ult.
It was a slow and his movement speed that let that happen.
Nautilus missed a hook in there. Kaz says in chat that someone was saying he was microing his team in all these fights. Well, if that's the case, like somebody else would have to say whether that's true or not. I can't see it, right? So I can't give a player credit for telling his teammates what to do if I can't hear him tell his teammates what to do.
I can see that though. Like his solo laners and his AD have not the best understanding of when they can push up a wave or not.
Yeah.
So like if he is the one actually like micromanaging them, then it is like more impressive.
Yep.
But yeah, I would say that like I agree with you. There's nothing super impressive in terms of like mechanics that he's shown so far in like in these games at least. But like he's not the one. He's not the reason why they're losing.
No. He hasn't lost them anything, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Just a few minor missed opportunities.
Yeah.
Like that one team fight where he could have saved his ult and Q flashed in for it or whatever, like flash Q'd rather.
Yeah. But, just a few small things that he like could have been looking for.
Yep. All right.
And he's probably not like at this point he was probably not super experienced on Lillia either.
Well, game 4 draft, he's gonna have another choice. Or another chance rather.
Oh, okay.
So Ashe into set Alistar or Azir. He goes with the Lillia again into the set. What's the Lillia set matchup like?
It's similar to Volibear.
Okay.
You just out farm him.
Yeah.
I think Volibear has an easier time punishing Lillia because like the flash stun, then like immediately has a slow right after. Besides that, I think it's a similar matchup.
Okay.
Like Set can flash E, but if there's like if it's not a stun, then like Lillia can get out really easily.
Yeah.
And just kite him out.
Okay.
So in this one, I would say that. I wonder if they can go for this Raptors invade. Shen level 1's pretty strong. Set actually, it's hard. I think Set level 1 is too strong as well.
Yeah. Okay. They went the Yasuo Gragas spot lane.
Oh wow.
So we can go game 5 now.
Oh, they still go for this invade. Okay, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. AK might have been able to defend it.
Yeah, I would say that if I'm
Shen,
Set, like I would want to defend this, and I think with Gragas moving, they are trying to defend this.
Yeah.
Like Shen taunt flash, Gragas E flash, Set E flash. Yeah, like this already looks really bad. Like okay, I don't know why this Set doesn't flash there.
Like flash follow.
Yeah, flash E. Yeah, because then Lily is not allowed to move. And yeah, that was.
But Jeez is almost dead. Oh, and he missed. Oh, that should have been a kill.
Oh no, that was just
It's not over yet.
Oh,
Here we go. Here we go. Jose lives.
Oh my god.
Thumbs up. The thumbs up after you just lost the level 1.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely never go for that Lillia there. Like, there's just way too many ways you can get punished.
Yeah. Would you start your own Raptors?
Yeah, I would probably just start my own Raptors. Or I can, like, honestly, her starting blue buff solo and still, like, she can full clear down and be to crab on time.
Yeah.
So, like, even that's fine too.
You actually, and you have options to go to path either direction, right? Either you can attack the Shen, Ornn can get prio over the Shen, you can attack the Shen. And it's a classic, like one of the old rules of League. You go gank the Shen lane, or you attack the Yasuo Gragas because you're going to have tons of shove over them. You've got Ashe Nautilus. You can dive that.
Yeah, there's definitely so many ways to go.
And Zoe can get out of mid lane against Azir. So you actually, this is a game where finally Jose has a ton of options, and then they do that.
Yeah, the one option that they couldn't do.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this wave crash. Look at this.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Is that 3 waves?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helped that Gragas and Nautilus weren't there, so Ashe just has full control. But yeah, for sure.
Like, you got 3 waves, and what are you going to do with it? Like, Jose's on his second camp right now.
Yeah.
He's on
Because
his
if it
second
was a
camp, so
normal
he can't
thing,
invade.
yeah, if it was a normal start, he'd be moving into enemy
Yeah.
blue side
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'd be either stealing camps, he'd be threatening a dive, and like denying most of the
Exactly.
CS from Yasuo.
Yeah.
Ah, sad.
Like it's a really easy dive too. Like I agree with Azir doesn't even have TP.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
All's
And
well that
Set
ends
has
well.
a hard time. Set has a hard time doing Raptors first clear. Like he could have done his red side, moved into enemy red side as well.
Uh-huh.
Because Set, like I think Set always did a red blue gromp or a blue gromp red.
Sure. So regardless, Jose has 2 pushing side lanes and pushing mid. Now he's going with the Zoe. I assume they saw him there, but they might not have.
Yeah, they should know he should be on Croaks. Like Set's path thing is really one dimensional.
Yep. So he's double crabbing him here.
Yeah, and he'll have his blue side to go into. By the time he's done with that, his Raptors will probably be out.
And he's going to be up in CS by then too.
Yeah.
So it's working out.
Yeah, it's just a little slower.
Meanwhile, in the main part of the screen, which I rarely watch,
The Gragas Yasuo is not working.
yeah. I'd say like Shadows seems like he's had a good series. I think Lace's been actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Overall.
except that last game where he got caught a few times.
Yeah, the getting caught in the mid lane last time was like the downsides.
Yeah.
But overall,
yeah.
I think he's been pretty good.
Still clearing. I wonder if he'll base here or if he'll do his Raptors Croaks before basing.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've got the option.
Yeah.
I think you might need to cover. Yeah, your bot lane's recalling, so they don't need your cover.
So I guess he has the time to do this.
Yeah, although, no, yeah. So, I mean, do you have enough time to do Raptors, Krugs, reset, and then be back in time to cover the next shove your bot lane does? Or are they just gonna they're gonna hold, like Yasuo, Gragas are just holding that at tower, so there's not really a swing back on it.
Yeah, it'll still push back. I think there's an argument that could be made that if he does Krugs here and bases, like Yasuo Gragas can so push away wave and crash like 2 or 3 waves, and then they have a really easy dragon timer.
Mm-hmm.
And Lillia won't be able to contest it because he'll be in base, but it looks like they're not. Oh, maybe this set's going for the Drake now? Because Lillia wants to base here. Oh, maybe he's going to go for something. It's not a bad idea either, but no flashes. Oh, wow, the hook landed.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, wait. Oh, my God.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Close.
Cody is saying there's a rumor that Alive tilted in this series and had broken when mentally.
Alive? Oh, the Yasuo.
Yeah, the Yasuo. I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
He looks a little tilted. And I would get that much more tilted if you got the Lillia that low in a 2v3 and didn't get it.
Yeah, that was pretty big for Lillia because she got a huge buy. Actually, never mind, not that huge. I think, I don't know how hard he puts the importance on Blue Smite, but I would always go Codex over Smite.
Oh, out of mana.
Yeah, close.
Ashe has a really big buy, by the way. Oh.
Almost.
Oh, Jisoo. To go from some of the stuff he was doing on Akali into this, that also feels really bad.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Still
I
nobody's
feel like
going
the
for
Shen.
Dragon.
I feel like the Shen player just loses in this series. Like in terms of lane.
Yeah. And Shen is normally like a pretty good pre-6 laner in the right matchups.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
Still
against like
surprising.
Ken and Jace though.
Yeah, yeah. I think now he's just clearing down. Probably will be 6 by the time he does like Wolves and Raptors. So it'll be a good time to do Drake because bot will still push away then.
Yeah.
Like on this next wave coming from base, they can look for a Dragon Timer.
I mean, it's just about 8 minutes though. you're potentially giving up a Dragon for Herald trade at this point.
Yeah, that's also possible.
There might be a way you can do both, but Ornn is going to have to really control that lane well. Like, you're going to have to be able to do Dragon with mid and bot prio and have the Zoe leaning up with the Ornn also controlling it to like protect that.
Yeah.
They might be able to do it.
I think since Set's pathing down, they'll be able to do Drake here, especially with bot lane like having to base.
Well, and I don't know if they know that Set's topside jungle is fully clear, which definitely affects his decision to go bot side here.
Yeah.
But he has so many reasons. The question is, you don't know how many of those reasons blue side knows, but he has so many reasons to both defend the dive here and clear all his bot camps.
Yeah.
And there's also the dragon to cover as well. So they're not even taking dragon.
Yeah.
So we're talking about neutral objectives.
Yeah.
What are those
I think it's fine to prioritize camps here, but I feel like maybe instead of going for that dive, when they see Set, they should just like all rotate towards the blue side.
Right. Dragon is free, yeah. Or sorry, all rotate towards what?
They should just all rotate towards enemy blue side.
All right, they got one.
Maybe it's just hard to go for it, like, and kind of invade because of Shen ulti. But I mean, that's just where I feel like that Ornn TP that he burned earlier was really bad.
Yeah. Now you're probably going to lose this dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a strange set of decisions. Where they're like kind of going for the dive, and then they ignore Drake, then they overstay anyway. Oh wow. That was pretty cool.
Okay. Ash ult.
Yeah.
Bam. Flash hook. And Jose cleans it up and cleans up the smite. Jose is so good, you guys. Look at this. Look at this Lillia player.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. Maybe he shot called the whole thing.
Possible, yeah.
So, yeah. This has been some good stuff. So now he's with the bot shove, and you don't have mid prio, so he can't go completely on this blue steal attempt.
Yeah. I think you just base for tempo, go for Herald. Nautilus will be there as well, probably. So that's looking to start. I think if Lillia just moves straight towards it, she'll be there in time. Although Zoe does have to base.
Yeah.
Zoe has TP though. He'll probably base here and then look for a TP. Maybe it's too hard to go for this. Gragas is actually first. I don't know about Ornnold's timer.
Yeah, no, I think they thought they might have time to fight, but they didn't realize how quickly this would go down.
Yeah.
Zoe still has to TP back out. No, they might be able to get a fight here. And they are really, like, they're way ahead, so they do want to fight.
Yeah. Good ulti on this set. Yeah. I think the Shen's out of position.
Like, the only thing they're really worried about in this fight is, like, a big Yasuo ult coming in. And there's a lot that can set it up, right? But
yeah.
But as long as they knew where the positioning was of whether Yasuo could follow up, they can just go in and try to pick somebody off.
I also think it's really easy at this point to mark Yasuo since like he has no items and he's so far behind. Yeah. So the moment he goes in, he'll just get blown up.
Yeah, he can ult, but what's he going to do with it when he's all he's got his boots?
Yeah. So it was a good punish.
Yeah. And you're getting really fed on the Lillia and the Ashe and the Nautilus.
Yeah.
The Nautilus is going to be pretty hard to kill for a while.
Yeah, you'll get a stone plate really early. Nope.
Oh, okay.
That's like you said. Yeah.
But it took them a long time, okay?
That is
Here comes
true.
the Shen ult. Oh,
probably E-Flash. Oh, he's not over it.
It's pretty speculative. Now it's
a pretty good punish.
They don't have a wave here either. Ugh.
Yeah.
If they had a wave for that and could get a couple plates, then it'd be okay.
Yeah. Okay, Shen's just stealing his wave. They can probably still get like 3 plates because they have Herald.
Yeah, but they're also they have Herald. Okay, but
Yeah.
Ornn is also hitting top,
Yeah.
and now
It's a bit of
Azir
an
is even
overthink.
giving up the mid wave for this.
Yeah.
Why is Azir doing
Okay.
that? Ornn doesn't have TP. It's a
Yeah.
4v4.
I think Azir should hit just shove mid and then move top as soon as possible.
Yeah, they didn't even use Herald.
Yeah. Yeah, Ornn gets so much here. Now they're using it because they have to.
Yep,
With plates running out.
they're not going to be able to finish the tower.
It's just 2 plates.
So like once they invested the Shen there, they kind of had to like try to follow through on it, I guess. Oh, they still got something they can get. Ooh, there we go. Now they should be able to finish the tower. But like meanwhile, Ornn took first tower top in all this and is denying 2 more waves, and now he can TP because his TP's up by now.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's
So
nice
he
sleep.
gets a pretty good sleep. Yeah.
Oh wow, that was
Flashes
pretty clean.
in, bam. Gets this
How
one too.
broken
Yeah.
is Lillia?
Okay, this was good. This is really good stuff. I mean, that was really Ornn's play.
Yeah. Like even with how they cut out the Ashe, like it was just so bad.
Mhm.
Gave Ornn like the entire tower.
Yep. Even without that follow-up fight, R7 would still come out just fine.
Yeah, they might lose Drake for it though, but they don't care. They got so much out of that in terms of gold wise.
Yep. Now they're up. Like this game is already over.
Yeah.
It is just about 6,000 gold.
Yeah.
So this is where like I do give Jose credit for what he did in that fight, but what he does in the rest of this game when he's this fed, analytically, not worth a whole lot.
Yeah. Although this is one of the games where he does have to be really careful about his positioning as well. Like it's one of those games where Lillia can't step up really far. Like he has to wait for them to engage first.
Yeah.
Or they get a pick. Either one.
All right, let's go back a little here. So Jose is peeling Jisoo on the side.
And then Zoe gets picked.
That's a good flash in. Set up the Yasuo. Jose is just killing the Yasuo.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like...
I mean, they're just too far behind.
You don't go like, what a great fight from R7. Look how good they are as a team and what that player did. Or no, they have a 6,000 gold lead.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where like a lot of the time if and this is why I sometimes will ask for like, okay, I want to VOD review this player. What are some good games to watch and stuff? And usually people will recommend the ones where somebody snowballs really hard, but those aren't actually the most analytically useful or the most impressive. If somebody gets a big time Olaf snowball game because their first gank went really well and they were 2-0 at 4 minutes or whatever. Like, okay, well, you're playing a 2-0 Olaf at 4 minutes. Good job.
It looks cool.
Yeah,
but
it looks great.
In terms of their actual skill, it's like maybe not the best indicator.
But like Jose has done some good stuff to earn this lead on himself, I would say.
Yeah.
So he gets credit for that. So he's doing the Dead Man's again and the Ring again.
I think I like the Dead Man's a little more now. Sure. Because the movement speed will be more helpful. And the armor is useful. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it matters too much. No. Because it's just so far ahead.
And with Zoe on your team, you've got a lot more teammate magic damage also.
Yeah, that is also true. I mean, they just lose every fight that they take.
Big ol' engage. Easy to engage Nautilus Ornn.
Yeah.
Jose helping clean it up. Couple of towers, no big deal. This one, I think, ends relatively quickly.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's much more like we need to see of this game. Maybe he
No.
dies stupidly or makes a nice pick, but yeah.
Just
I
for
mean,
the
from
sake of
these,
having it on stream, we'll speed through to the end.
okay, yeah. I think it's clear that like he is obviously the the star of the team and the most consistent player, and
Yep.
coming to NA will help him a lot in terms of
Yeah.
he'll have better players to play around.
I think like in other stuff I've watched, like Alone has been pretty impressive in some games to me. I think Oxide does some pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Does some things pretty well. I think the bot lane is done decently, but yeah, like as a team, they don't seem to have a great team concept. They definitely don't have good macro.
Yeah.
By say LCS standards,
Mm-hmm.
let alone any other global leagues. But
Yeah.
but yeah, like that's when you do have a player that you're bringing in like Jose. You're probably not trying to bring in someone who's going to lead your macro. You're trying to bring in someone with a bunch of skill, generally speaking, who you can like teach the rest. FlyQuest, you have Licorice, Jose, Palafox, Johnson, and Diamond. I'm not really sure that they have, like, I guess Licorice is supposed to be that kind of veteran shot caller voice who like leads your macro and stuff, and that could work.
Yeah.
But the rest aren't really experienced either.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm gonna have to see with FlyQuest. Who develops that leadership voice?
Yeah.
And it's
I mean,
not really
Diamond
about
and
who's the
Palafox-
carry. I think
Diamond
a
and
lot of
Palafox
those guys
are
can
doing
carry.
well. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. They do all have like carry potential, which is what I like most about their team actually.
Yeah.
It's not that one dimensional.
No, it's not. It's just going to be like, who is able to do a really good job of creating and communicating your in-game plans? Like, okay, we're going to be setting up the next 2.5 minutes are setting up this objective, so do this. Whatever. Oh, everybody remember, our win condition is snowballing top lane, whatever, like all that kind of stuff. So coaching is going to be really important for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Wow, an ace.
Ooh. 909 scoreline. So Sam in the chat thinks Jose can be the next closer. I think closer's a little bit more of a control-oriented, cerebral player to me so far. I think, like, from a very broad narrative perspective, that seems accurate. But I don't think they're the same type of player necessarily.
Yeah, I think Jose's pretty aggressive, but he's clearly very smart about what kind of engages he makes and doesn't really take too many risks, at least in this series.
Mm-hmm. All right, game 5, where everything peaks. We've got the Akali again. And with Ashe, Zoe, they liked that to run back. Ezreal set. Nautilus, they go for. Lillia was
Galio
banned. Galio is not banned.
Interesting.
Would
They
you
did
have
not
done
respond.
Galio instead of Zoe?
That's what they did game 3. Or, wait, yeah, game 3 when they won. Maybe they didn't like it.
Yeah, I think they probably liked having a little more damage output from Alone.
Yeah.
Nidalee Lee Sin get banned, so Jose gets pushed down to Graves, which must have just been like less of a comfort pick for him or something. So he had Hecarim, Lillia, Nidalee, Lee Sin all banned, and Set was picked away.
Mm-hmm.
But even on 10-16, I think Graves was a pretty good choice.
Yeah, it was picked sometimes in NA playoffs as well, I think.
And there's lots of CC and damage in the rest of the comp so far, so you can kind of put whatever you want in here.
Yeah, I think they have a little bit of trouble getting to the Ezreal, but besides that, I like their overall composition. They have a good amount of damage in CC, and they have the KO late game in the side lane.
I think you can pick off a Kali in side lane pretty well.
Yeah,
they haven't
that's true.
locked in KO yet. We'll have to see.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not actually sure. Yeah.
Scion.
I think a tank does feel a little better to me here. You've got lots of damage in your mid lane, like your core group.
Yeah, for sure.
Ornn is just so classic.
this matchup in jungle is also pretty similar to the last games, where Graves just good enough for you, and honestly, it's really hard for the set to get on the Graves.
Mhm.
Like Graves has to make some clear positional mistakes, especially since he took phase rush.
Yeah. So on this, you're going to have prio top early, not late. You're probably going to have prio bot as well.
Yeah, probably
And you're
prio
gonna
mid,
prio
depending
mid.
on. Yeah,
So again, another game where he actually has a lot of options.
yeah. I think it would be smart for him to try to figure out set start, so that that'll give him a lot of like indicators on like which camps he can invade, and especially since he'll have 3 prio lanes, like, it's really important to know where set starts.
Mhm.
But
Do you
doesn't
see
do
any
it.
juicy dive potential here?
Hmm.
Like I can see Gangplank maybe being diveable.
Yeah, I can see that as well. I feel like if bot lane tries to fight as well, then he can easily,
Mhm.
like they can easily 4-man bot.
Sure.
I think that AK would have to have some clear laning issue, like mistakes, for that to happen though.
Yeah.
Like I don't think anything just makes it instantly diveable.
No, you have to like prep it in lane for sure.
Yeah. So set actually goes for the Krugs clear here. A little different.
And Jose is doing the same thing. Red
Yeah.
Krugs. Graves clears that really well.
Yeah. I don't think full clear red starting from red is super common on Graves, but it's possible. He just has to do blue buff after Raptors because he has no mana.
Do any of his lanes, like if all his lanes are supposed to be able to push, and I guess Gangplank does push really well in the first 2 or 3 levels, I guess, but Orange should be able to get it back after that, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
But like, is there anybody that he really needs to cover?
Oh, does he have to cover any lane?
Yeah.
I don't
Like
think so.
if his bot lane is pushing in and he thinks, oh no, Set could gank this at level 4 or whatever.
Yeah, I guess at like later levels maybe, but early on, like I don't think any side's gonna be really vulnerable to a gank. He's fine just full
And like,
clearing.
if Set went for, like right here, Set could have skipped blue and wrapped around to try to gank mid, but that's why the Zoe is leaning bot side of the lane here. Because she has a shoulder ward here that she could easily go, okay, I'm not getting ganked from this path, so that means the only place is here, and at the moment he shows in lane, I just walk down here and I'm totally fine.
Yeah. So yeah, Zoe Graves should never have to come mid here.
Yeah.
Because of that. And same for top, it looks like he's not getting the shove in, so or like Orin is getting shoved in. So.
And that's probably intentional, right? To some extent, saying
probably.
Hey, I think Gangplank does win trades really hard in the first couple levels, but also the Ornn can be pulling that and saying, I'm not really diveable, and so I'm just going to farm a tower for now. And it's totally fine to go down a few CS.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're picking up the XP, getting your levels up.
Yeah. As long as it's even, like Graves likes this matchup. Like, they're both going back to their respawning Krugs. This is good for Graves.
Yeah.
Nothing special, but it's how you win this
he's
matchup.
He's not actually going to Krugs.
Oh, yeah, maybe he's looking for top. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything there, though.
Maybe anticipating a gank, because Set could be... Like, if Set did a red-blue Gromp, like, he could look for this gank before going back to his respawning Gromp. So I think he's just helping him shove the wave in.
Sure.
Like, Set doing a red side clear was a little unusual.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it seems pretty smart then. And if you are going to like do something more forward moving and then back up to your camps, that's better than doing your camps and then trying to go forward, because by then the setup has already happened.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's lost, 10, 15 seconds of efficiency on farming these, but he's gained a lot more control of the map in general by allowing Ornn to safely push this far.
Yeah.
And clearing that ward, putting his own ward in. Or I guess Ornn putting his own ward in. So this is good.
Trade. Yeah.
This is like the good kind of the kind of good awareness of what he should be doing, or like knowing what the map needs from him, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So far this is more impressive than I think we've mostly seen.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
They saw Ezreal base, but he probably just TP's back. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Looking for another gank.
Here comes the set. Graves is
Oh,
in
yeah,
the right quadrant, but oof.
Yeah. I think he's just dead, yeah.
Not the biggest deal, because Zoe is denying a wave mid.
Yeah.
And you've got good map control. And Graves is, now going to get the first small lead on on farming. They had been like completely farming even up until then.
Yeah.
But even with that tempo spend on the top side, now he's a couple camps up. So camp and a half.
And he gets that bot wave too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, probably, since Ash can't catch it because she's dead.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, feels good.
So mid tap.
Sorry, I wasn't there to defend the gank. Sorry. I guess I'll just have to pick up your wave for you.
This is how Graves gets those 4-level leads.
Yeah. And now Ornn is pulling the slow push back onto his side because his jungler's not around, so he's going to get all the CS back. I like what the top laner's doing here.
Yeah. Pretty controlled game.
Yeah.
I think Graves will skip Krugs here. Just gonna path down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Bot lane needs his help a little.
Yeah.
And
maybe he's trying to. Maybe he covers mid here since there's a mid wave crashing.
Yeah, a little weird that Zoe would reset here. I guess she probably had to.
Yeah, I think she had an item. Yeah, he's just not allowed to look for that crab.
No, without Zoe there.
Yeah. Oh, if Set goes deeper, then it's possible that they can punish, since Akali just spaced. Yeah, so they just force him out.
Yeah, but there's nothing you're really going to gain for it.
Yeah, you're just defending your blue buff.
Yep. And the dragon to some extent.
Yeah. And they're invading here. I don't know. What
you're getting some of the. I think this is just for dragon vision. Like, you're not going to steal red or anything like that. But what really needs to happen is get the bot lane shoved out so that you can try to control dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Ornn doesn't have TP right now, but I assume he could swap back to it.
Yeah.
In time for this.
The big question is if he takes blue buff or if he gives it. Okay, he's giving it.
Yeah. Would you give up the blue buff in this instance?
Yeah, probably. I think it depends.
It's the right call.
Yeah, for sure.
But with that time spent on blue, okay, I thought they were going to try for dragon there. They might have been able to, but I don't think they'd be able to get it fast enough. And by then, you're now going to lose a few CS in your bot lane, probably.
Yeah. It's just farming.
Yeah, Graves should start to pull ahead a little and farm.
Yeah.
And then here you're setting up for a blue invade. So Zoe uses the redemption.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they do something out of this mid priority that they got.
They're not.
Maybe they're just going to Drake?
I mean, yeah, okay, that's fine. But, like, I think you should have used the time Akali can clear that way pretty quick, I guess, but I don't think the harass on Akali means a whole lot right here. I guess if you get that one or two more times, you might be able to force her to base.
Yeah.
But she can also sustain. Like, look at all that sustain she had off her gunblade or whatever.
Yeah. I just think that Zoe's just able to keep her under tower.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I guess Drake's fine.
Akali. Take the dragon.
I think punishing by going topside is way better for Graves.
Yeah. I think you could have stolen blue there.
Yeah.
Maybe taken Herald, depending on what was going on with the top waves.
Yeah. Because you don't exactly know
was safe, right?
Yeah, bot side was safe, yeah. You don't exactly know what kind of camps are up topside, but you know the blues at least up.
Yeah. So it worked out okay, but I think it could have gone a little better.
Yeah.
Here's a gank. Should be able to flash out of this one. Yeah. Misses the E. He was going to live anyways.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, what's
He's
Jose
here
doing?
to.
Just in case there's a regank? Or is he going to help him try to
Yes.
crash this wave? No. Can Ornn TP out to defend this Herald?
No, I think it's just a give.
No.
Yeah. I mean, they are looking to defend it, I think, with the way Nautilus is moving, but like again,
Yeah,
they're just going to be too
they
late.
realize they can't, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Grave steal these. No, close.
Okay, so next. So, like, you still want to keep farming up the Graves. I think what you're worried about if you're R7 is the Akali and the Gangplank becoming, like, impossible to manage in the side lanes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely can't. You definitely have to play for team fights later on in the game.
Yeah. And then you can, like, your methods of defending those side lanes are with Ashe ults and Zoe picks and so on in Nautilus. Try to
Yeah.
pick people off like this.
Oh, wow.
All right, just a random 2v1 kill.
Yeah.
He had flash up for that. And he's Ezreal. He shouldn't be getting hit by Ashe ults. But you'll obviously take it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take plates off this.
Maybe it's because
They're
it's
gonna
game
dive.
5, but Graves could definitely have played the early game more aggressively.
Yeah.
Tried to look for some kind of like XP advantage.
Mm-hmm. All right, so they get a kind of a free plate off that. Nothing else to pick up. Jose has nothing to be doing right now, which kind of feels bad. He should, like, on the bot side, he could be going. I guess he's maybe trying to protect the crab spawn, but I think it maybe just showed up. I didn't notice. So he takes the crab. Blue's a little ways out. He's trying to defend a bot push, I guess. Well, Nautilus isn't there. This is a bit of a weird setup right now. Excuse me. I don't think there was ever going to be a dive there to defend.
Yeah, it was a little strange. It was actually just for him to get to soak some experience. Maybe it was the Herald play that he was defending.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I had forgotten that they had Herald on set, so they would have been defending the Herald play.
Yeah.
That's what Zoe was leaning for as well.
I mean, plates are running out in 30 seconds. I think maybe Set should have just placed it.
Yeah, he should have. Like, I don't think they were going to stop it from charging.
Yeah.
They were going to clear it after, and all you would have gotten is the plates, but still 2 plates is better than nothing.
Yeah.
And now you got 20 seconds. You're gonna,
maybe it's time to run up top? Yeah.
Yeah, it's close.
Pretty close.
Ornn is probably, like, trying to see if he can delay it long enough, but here it goes now. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I think
they still get it.
Yeah.
And you're pretty happy to have that gold on Gangplank.
I don't think Gangplank got the gold, actually.
What?
I think Set got all of it, but I'm not too sure.
Why?
I don't know. If you want to go back, I'm not sure if he was close enough.
But he was pretty close.
I didn't see the gold appear. Did he?
He's running away.
See, the gold.
You have to be closer than that? That's not close enough?
Yeah, unless you hit the tower, then you can be, like, a lot further.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, Nautilus is roamed to mid. Because I don't know if they saw the Braum top side, but... Alright, Jose, what can you do? Another hook.
Oh, nice hook. Oh, that's a bad TP.
Or TPs for nothing.
Yeah. For Drake, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
They'll lose a top tower. They'll be first tower to Gangplank.
You can still, like, you can do just about as much by having TP and not having used it to help pressure this Drake.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, they look for the Ezreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could have been here catching this farm with TP advantage over the Gangplank. GP can drop the ult, right? But
yeah,
4v4 with a Gangplank ult, you're still probably not going to win that fight, or not an easy win. And then Ornn could always back off and be ready to TP. But now you lost the tower.
Yeah. And like 2 waves probably.
Yep. So yeah, you are getting and again the win conditions for AK are the Gangplank Akali side laning.
Yeah.
So you really don't like giving that up. But R7, you know, they have really good win condition of stacking dragons and controlling that space with their comp. So they are getting something they want. It's just they're also giving up something the enemy wanted.
Yeah. I think it's not too bad since like Drakes are going to be the way they're forcing team fights.
Yep.
And
Yep.
anything before that will be about covering the sides, playing defensive until like 2 minutes before objective spawns.
Yep. They are like 3 minutes late on their dragon stacking. If you assume that typically the first one would be taking around 6 minutes.
Yeah.
So they're more late than that actually, like 4 minutes late, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Like they're still doing fine. I just think there's an opportunity to be further ahead there.
Oh, this is really risky. Nice set E.
Ornn is here, so they just push them back. Gangplank clears the waves, so they can't do anything to punish the low health bars. Jose was on a reset, so he's not back yet. Yeah, and there's not a ton of wave clear on AK's side, but yeah, and you got Zoe and Ashe to punish them while they're clearing the wave. So I think stacking 5 here does kind of make sense for R7, but it's still a little too early for that.
Yeah, 3 minutes. It's Drake. They should just be prioritizing sides or like a side.
Sure.
I don't think it's really easy for Ezreal Braum to really pressure mid as well.
I'm thinking from the R7 perspective, if they kind of ARAM, right? If they ARAM, then the other team has to respond as 5 to defend the mid tower, and that's actually good for R7. CS Warrior, thank you for your resub for your 2nd month. Enjoy that.
I just feel like they might as well like fix sides before they do that, and like I think if they just put Gangplank on this, like if they just put 4 mid, they should be able to defend 45 mid.
Yeah, that's
have
true.
Akali continue splitting.
And Gangplank ult when it's up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like I think the idea from R7 is if you have to pull, even if you only have to play 4 mid to defend it, like that's not what AK will really want. They want to be able to put as much farm as possible from all 3 lanes into their comp. But I think AK can't handle it.
Yeah.
And they could just get a pick. they could just pick off the Ezreal.
Yeah.
Okay, flash is down for Ezreal here. But still.
How'd they get it?
That was pretty hard to react to.
Yeah.
But Braum wasn't able to save it either.
I think Braum just has to be with
18 minutes.
the Ezreal.
It's not Baron. That's Herald too. I'm like, no way. You can't do this. But yeah, Herald. R7 want to break mid with this for sure. They got to chip it a little lower yet, but they can. We're 5 subs away from the 75 subscriber goal, by the way.
So close. Just 5 more.
So close. Just 5. Good stuff. Okay, so resetting. And what is going on in the top lane right now? It's just minions dying for no reason.
Yeah, just neutral state.
Well, no, but they just, like, a wave just died to the blue tower.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, Zoe pushed that out right here.
I didn't really see what the Akali and Gangplank are doing.
I need to know. Gangplank just reset here, and Akali's resetting from mid.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Akali should have been top here.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
So I think for Graves, he's just basing they're going to prep for Drake.
Yep.
Everyone's getting the resets down now. It's a little late, but
Yeah.
they should
Ash
still be able
just
to make
finished.
it.
Orange just finished. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be that much harder. Like, you're waiting for Orange to get back before you can actually kind of face check into Dragon Area for your vision there.
Yeah,
So
that's
Orange
true.
should have been back 10 seconds sooner.
Yeah, and now this lets just both sides push.
Yeah.
It
Akali
is
can
not. It's
either
not
deny
ideal.
all the minions to top tower and get a little bit of free chip from those minions and group, or just take the tower, like go with it. Ornn has TP
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Gangplank's denying a bunch of minions, but like this
So,
is where things are starting to like work for AK. That they've
yeah.
got this side lane pressure and R7 are kind of bleeding out gold. But all they want is to stack on this dragon.
Yeah. It's not like the worst case, but they're giving more than they should.
Yeah. But like they just want to get this dragon set up. Here it comes. They
And
want
then they
to
get
just
the
pick somebody off.
yeah.
Get the
GP's just way
Gangplank.
too close.
Flash hook from the Nautilus is nice.
Oh, nice set combo. I don't know if anyone saw the Akali, but I guess you're just moving forward because they already
It
killed
doesn't
two.
matter. This fight's
Yeah.
over before the Akali gets here.
Yeah.
You did lose the top tower, but now you've got Herald still. So now you've got drop the Herald. Yeah, so they drop the Herald mid to finish the mid tower and force them to respond to it, which makes it that much harder to contest the. I mean, not
The
they have 3
Baron.
people dead, so they can't really contest the Baron anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jisoo and I haven't really specifically noticed Kiefer much this series, but like Jisoo has been really good this series overall. But he did get caught there and die, and now Akali gets a kill, but you can still get this.
Yeah.
Akali's gonna try to. I didn't know she still had the second phase of her ult there to try to.
Oh, they did have TPs. They have to get out, but it's fine though.
Run,
Yeah.
Jose, run.
Because they made a mistake, but it doesn't really matter. They probably don't get Drake off this, but they take that trade anytime.
All right, now Zoe. I think that's Zoe TPing to hold mid. Yeah. Now we're gonna watch the mini map on the picture-in-picture. That's what we're watching right now.
I mean, they should. They know Drake's going. They should just barrel down mid. Oh, is it not?
Nope.
Oh wow,
It's still alive.
that's crazy. Maybe it's because Akali died.
Yeah, I think so. And because like Zoe was able to TP out mid, clear that wave, and now they're a little scared, I guess.
Yeah.
Zoe can poke really hard. Zoe should
I
be
just
doing
feel
quite a
like-
bit of damage right now.
I just feel like AK, like they have to get something out of that. Like,
Yeah.
you know that everyone else is basing, so
Yeah.
just get the Drake and run. But and now it's like really hard for
Yeah.
AK. I think.
Like, it doesn't matter how much you get done in the side lanes now in the next 4.5 minutes. R7 are
Exactly.
just gonna they're gonna give up all the waves in the world in the side lanes just to sit 5 at the next dragon spawn and guarantee a soul.
And how do
it
they
doesn't
even wave
matter.
clear this if they send 5 mid?
Yeah.
Another
And here's
pick.
where we're talking about them earlier about trying to get picks on the side laners if they do try to extend. And now that you've
Yeah.
got so much map control, it's so easy to get map control with mid, outer, and inner gone. And so you can just ride that wave in and get all the vision you want on both sides of the jungle. And they can't engage into your 5-man. They can, like, R7 can now threaten mid inhib before you can threaten anything in the side lanes against them.
Yeah.
So AK just have, like, nothing they can do anymore. Even though the gold is only about 4,000, the 3 dragons definitely help. Like, objectively, the gap is not massive. Like, it's big, but it's not super massive. But the compositionally, the gap is way bigger than the actual golden dragon difference.
Mhm.
Kaz makes a good point that the Ash E also helps with them being able to control the map and attack, threaten the side lane, the solo laners.
Yeah.
So yeah, they just stack 5 here.
And then
5
even
is
if
very
they
much the right
engage, like,
call. Ooh,
they
set
really
the
have to
engage.
make.
Back up. Gangplank. Oh, this is not bad. Not bad by AK. They got
Oh wow.
they
They
got
got
the
burned
carries.
Yeah.
This is not supposed to work this way. So
No,
Jose's
definitely
standing pretty far forward, eats a Braum Q. But it's fine. It's a big engage, and Now Ash is really low in there. Here comes
And
the
as well as
Akali.
Graves.
Akali goes way in the back line and gets both of them. Wow. Nice play.
See, this is where I thought like Galio would have been so much better because she would not be allowed to do that.
Yeah, you just taunt her.
Yeah, but I think they just take that a little slower. Everyone lets Warren tank everything. Then
Yep.
by like the next wave, they should be able to get the end hit, but they just take it too fast.
Nautilus didn't use ult in that. Oh, he didn't have it.
Yeah, that's another thing, I guess.
Because like Nautilus should be your backline peel while Ornn is kind of peeling their backline with his ult.
Yeah.
But Nautilus didn't have the tools to do it. So, I mean, this is fine. You still got 3 minutes until the dragon.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully they now have like a good understanding of what AK's win condition is.
Yeah, for the actual team fights.
Yeah.
I think as long as you have Nautilus ult, the next time Akali tries that, you just Nautilus ult her and then kill her.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan. Like, it's not quite that simple, but also don't have your Graves and Ashe stand right beside each other.
Yeah.
Because
they all took so much damage from Set and GPLT.
and from Akali ult.
Yeah, at the end.
The execute on them. Like, don't stand where that one execute can kill both of you.
Yeah.
Consider it. But it's fine. So now, yeah, they're like, it's 90 seconds out to Dragon, but do whatever you want. Like, we'll bleed all the farm we want in the side lanes. Go take our bot outer tower. That's fine. I don't care.
I feel like they're overdoing it a little bit. They could have sent someone bot there.
Sure.
But yeah, like it doesn't really matter.
If you're keeping it simple,
Yeah.
that's all you got to do.
These are kind of comps where like it really just doesn't take too much thought.
This is the kind of game situation and team comp where it's like, okay, I know it's funny to talk about NA RAM and stuff like that, or like K RAM and stuff. No, it's like, this is actually legitimately the right way to be playing right now.
Yeah, like it's super easy and it's just the most effective with this kind of composition. And technically, it's also like the least amount of risk.
Yep. It's just straight up the right macro call.
Yeah.
But it's not as much, fun for memeing on NA League of Legends. So
yeah.
Just,
I mean, AK is also just buying into this. Like they
should be. They should be taking that. They should have taken this tower by now.
Yeah, and someone should be like at their tier 3 top.
Yeah, like Akali has TP. Even if you only clear one wave here and then run back again, and you got the TP just in case they force something, even clear one wave, and now that wave is hitting this tower, being denied, chipping it. You can even go with it and be threatening an inhib, like threaten something.
Yeah,
but maybe they're emboldened by their 5v5 win last time.
Yeah, that's possible. Again. I mean, like they spent the last like 90 seconds just chilling in Vision.
He cleansed it. QSS. There was a bubble on Ezreal and he QSS'd it. But now it's gone. And there's another bubble. Oh. Okay, flat. Okay, Ashe ult.
Oranges. Not the best engage from red.
No. Okay, Jose gets hit. Akali gets a target, but is going to die for it. This time they're spread out, right? They can punish it.
Yeah.
They can trade. And if they trade, like, okay, if Akali is dead and now you've got Gangplank and Ezreal for damage versus Zoe's dead and now you got Graves and Ashe for damage, I'd rather have the Graves than the Ashe.
Yeah.
Way more, like, reliable, I would say, in this case.
And Ornn frontline's much sturdier than the Set.
Yep. Yeah, here we go. This is game over. Well, don't get hit by a barrel chain. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're playing it slow.
Okay, missed it.
I think Ornn's spacing for TP.
Zoe has 10 seconds with TP. So does Akali. So it's not over yet. I really thought that was done. And okay, here we go. Oh, Alive gets out.
Close.
Can you burn it? Yeah. Akali can TP. Why isn't GP? Okay, there she goes. What?
I think it's just too late, yeah.
TPing to mid lane? You
Yeah.
got this ward and low health targets, and like you gotta try. Okay, why
Yeah,
does
you have to
Ezreal
try.
die here? Okay, he ults. Doesn't really get what he wants, but that's fine. He's speculative. Okay, alone just goes in and wreck. Oh, okay, Jose with the ult.
Yeah.
Well played. There they go. Now they got soul. Now it's not
It's
completely
just
game over, but
it's just too easy with this comp.
yeah.
It's
But
like what this
it
is the way
shouldn't
you
have
need
been
to
that easy.
draft. This is the way you need to draft it at game 5.
Yeah. But Akali should have been TPing into the jungle there and like, okay, I might die for this, but I might get a kill or two.
Yeah.
Like I
But
gotta
either
face
way, like
something.
I think either way you just lose Drake anyway.
Yeah, probably. But at least the other way you had a chance, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Drake's getting Hex Trinker for the Akali, which is pretty smart.
Okay. Yeah, no, it is. So they were hoping that they wouldn't get checked at the Baron, I guess.
Yeah.
And AK have all
Oh,
their
this is
ults set.
good.
Okay, you pick off the tank
It's just
now.
blown up. Yeah.
And the jungler, more importantly.
Yeah.
So that makes Baron not free because you got a Gangplank ult to hit you in the.
Yeah.
In the
I think
pit.
they'll still play for a fight.
Yeah, Ezreal's going to poke you. You can't just go on Baron here because you have Ezreal Gangplank to deal with.
Yeah.
But you do have a lot of opportunity for control here.
I think they're just using Zoe as his own.
Yeah.
They do have more ultis. Probably going to go
Poke.
for something.
Where's the GP ult?
Oh, they managed to burn it out.
Okay. All right. Orange secures it. Oh, boy.
Oh,
This
no.
game is not over.
Oh, Jose does not like this. He just left.
we got the Baron. What are we doing, guys? That was like that AK contest was kind of slow.
Yeah. I don't think they expected the burn to be that fast. But
No, that was
Infernal
really
Soul.
fast. Yeah, Infernal Soul Ashe can do a lot of damage quickly.
Yeah.
Graves is kind of fat.
The GP ult could have been like a lot earlier.
Yeah, I think it should have been. Like that late in it, you were kind of just helping them kill it faster.
Yeah.
All right. It's still like a 1k gold lead, which is nothing, and an Infernal Soul. And you still you can make the same play at Elder, which is that much more influential than the Soul in certain ways. Now your Ornn upgrades are coming in. You've got an Ornn upgrade on bot and mid.
Yeah, he'll probably get an upgrade on Cleaver right now as well.
I wonder who's going to win this game. So I have to be perfectly honest. I'm waiting for the Josedeodo hero moments. Because this series was sold up to me really hard. And I'm not saying he hasn't been good.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't seen him like carry his team all the way through. Yeah, like Jisoo has been the best player in the series so far, in my opinion.
That's a nice pick from Ashe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it's still pretty hard for them to like burst someone down when the enemy team has Ezreal and GP. It's hard for Graves and Ashe to like hit someone unless like they're really overextended.
Mm-hmm. AK aren't doing like any side laning. I think they're scared of getting picked, but they need to use their comp the way their comp was designed, and there's no dragon to threaten right now. Like this is a 3-minute portion of the game that you need to be doing something.
Yeah. R7 has one Baron.
Yeah, I don't think it's super hard to at least be getting that bot tower.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess they like their chances of a team fight. I don't know.
I guess.
It's just like, why do that when like you can have like good side pressure prepped anyway?
Yeah, and having good side lane states gives you what you need for the team fights because you want Akali to be flanking.
Yeah.
Like you should be approaching your 4-man group minus Akali wants to be you know, clearing mid as much as possible, getting all the waves for both teams cleared out, and then like approaching through the river into somewhere, or approaching the dragon into, through the jungle into somewhere, and you've got your Braum to help face check, Set can face check a bit, and then have the Akali flank on something. But they're just like not in control of anything.
Yeah. Like
So
now they're
1
just
minute
gonna
on Elder.
they're gonna continue bleeding out mid bot until Elder spawns.
Yeah.
And then again, they're not gonna have ideal like setup with the Akali flank. Like Akali's gonna have to get really creative about flanking.
Yep. There are no wards to TP to. No lanes to approach and like access jungle from.
Yeah.
You need to like do a secret mission all the way through the top side here. And like you don't know where their wards are, but you can assume they've left a lot of wards bot side.
Yeah.
But you have to think maybe they don't have any wards in this part, and I can walk through there and like go through mid somehow between waves. I don't know. Like what you really want, if you had enough time for it, is to push out bot, take this tower, and now you've got like access down through try here. But
yeah.
But you don't. So now Akali just TPs into the middle of the 5-man group, and you still can like use Akali ult, like flash and ult, to get into their backline.
Yeah.
Use
he's shown.
Oh boy, layering all those ults, and Jose cleans it up.
Oh my god, the hero play.
What a great Graves. No. So again, like Jose, I think has been good this series, but he hasn't done anything heroic.
Yeah.
I'd say he's by far been the cleanest player on the team.
For sure. I just feel like he doesn't take that many risks.
Yeah. Which is a very good thing in its own right.
Yeah, of course.
All right, they secure the Elder, and now...
Did you just flash in?
Nope. Oh, who?
Jose, after he got the Elder?
I was looking at Akali, who died with flash up. All right.
So fight starts, but Jose and Ash are still on the Elder.
He has another ult back already. He throws it into Braum shield. Yeah, he flashed in. Here, let's see this again. He flashed in the middle of their group, chunks Jisoo. Helps clean up the Akali. It's fine.
Got a little hyphy.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a little confused on which lane to enter. Oh, they're collapsing on the... Oh, yeah, there's a beach bot wave, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely go through bot here.
They're trying to take mid and bot, I think. I mean,
I feel like they can go for
Can they end with 30 seconds on Akali? I don't think so.
I think so. They have one ulti and Elder.
Yeah, that's right. They do have Elder.
Maybe it's hard with the GP wave clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ezreal just... Yeah, okay. I guess
it's game 5. I think you might have been able to play for 2 inhibs, but probably not, actually. So this is probably the best call.
Yeah.
But an inhib is a big deal. And now you still have enough time on Elder, right, that you can reset and come back out with it. Yeah. Yeah, taking the Baron would be a good call. They cannot fight you at Baron. Unless Elder ends.
Yeah, they have an Elder for another 90 seconds or so.
All right. Use Ash E to check the Baron just in case they were doing something sneaky.
Yeah.
And then the Vision Plant. Try to stay together.
Yeah, as long as they just stay together as a 5-man unit, it's fine. Someone should catch top after this.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better for them to just go top here instead of going mid? Like maybe 4 top, 1 mid?
I mean, you're not going to be able to sync those 2 waves, and I think I think you could, but you're trying to optimize a lot more than. I think staying 5. Like you have lots of time to catch top. Like you got like 45 seconds or something until that hits.
Wow, they're just blowing up.
Yeah, you just stay 5 and you just like hard force this and go, what are you going to do about it? We're taking another inhib for free because you still have Elder, right? It's just about over, I think. So I think you just take this inhib for free, and you still have plenty of time to catch top after.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah,
long
that
as you
makes
get out here and don't get picked off on your way out. No, here's where you go. We took the inhib, and it's fine. I don't know what they're trying to achieve here. They can't end with Elder. It's not enough time left.
Yeah, Elder's gone now.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
don't
they
like
have
this
another
call.
wave bot, but
I don't.
it's
You don't
pretty
have
hard.
supers. Supers are coming for mid. They're almost here.
Yeah.
Like, this might work out, but I would have rather kind of all backed out, reset, and just 5-man through top as supers are pushing mid and bot and ending
Yeah.
top.
I agree.
Because then you'd have a shop off now. That's the difference. Right now, Elder is
It's
Elder
gone.
still on a
They
couple?
have Baron
No,
for
it's
another
in.
90. Oh, decent engage.
You could have been back by like 30 seconds from now, though.
Yeah.
Here we go. Akali's dead.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. See, it's not over. They would have been back. They would have been hitting top tower like 10 seconds from now, probably.
Yeah.
With supers crashing top or mid and bot. And look at the buys that they're getting in right now. Like, they just added stone plate on Ornn.
Mm-hmm.
Jose's going to finish his next item and probably half
Dust
of the one
Dance.
after.
Yeah.
And then you don't even have to fight then, right? You just stand on top of their dead top lane inhib while they hit super minions and then walk in and hit the towers. So this game should have been over like at about 40 minutes even. And yet they gave a chance back.
Yeah, another Elder fight.
Yep, which is fine. They're going to win it anyways, but
yeah.
But what if they didn't? It's like a 90-10 fight at this point, but 1 in 10 is
yeah.
That's not very low. We saw teams come back from 1 in 10 chances at Worlds.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just curious if Jose is the one who's making these calls. Like,
yeah, don't know, right?
Yeah.
But like on FlyQuest, he won't be. Pretty sure.
Yeah, probably not.
Cody says that Newbie is the shot caller on Rainbow 7. So
Okay.
wait, Newbie plays for AK.
Oh wait, no, yeah, he's on the other team.
Cody.
Oh, he's a spy.
No, maybe he means it. Maybe that's why they went for that fight, because Newbie's like, you guys should totally fight us right now. You should fight us. Go win.
Point.
Game's over, guys. Just fight us.
Please come to our base.
He meant Shadow. He meant the support either way.
I really would have liked to see a locket on either Ornn or Nautilus. Would definitely help keeping Ashe alive.
Yeah.
Like with Dust Dance, PD, locket.
Instead
like
of Warmong's probably on the Ornn.
Yeah, definitely.
And now he's got a cloth armor instead of control wards.
Yeah.
That kind of feels bad. And the cloak on or no magic mantle on Zoe instead as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only way you can lose this game is like some kind of Akali flank.
Yeah, like right now.
Yeah, and here's Akali, but she's still gonna die.
Yeah, I think Akali is just.
Look how tanky Ornn is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Ornn just takes
Jose just
everything.
sits on top of Ashe and is like, you can't kill both of us anymore because I have like death stands and all that. So.
Yeah.
The chat is clarifying that Jose's name is actually Brandon. So, I'm still going to call him Jose. All right, another Elder. Let's watch this play out. We'll do it at normal speed. We'll get our time out of this. This game should have been over a while ago, though.
Yeah.
In a couple of occasions. Jose is, other than that top lane one where he and Ashe got low and both sat on top of each other and Akali assassinated both of them, like other than that, I think Jose has played the team fights really well. He realized the only way we lose these is if Akali gets in here and kills both of us. So he builds himself up tanky enough with the Death Stance and the, I think he had at least the Hex Drinker at that point, but like he made himself that much more tanky. And then he sits in the back line with Ashe and just kills Akali when she comes in.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. He also is out leveling Akali. He's 18 to her 17. I don't know how long he's been 18, but
The smoke screen doing 400 damage because of Infernal Soul.
all right, here we go.
All right, yeah.
Your tank is not our tank. Bam.
Oh, Orin's actually dying.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. All right. Oh, look how excited they are.
It honestly could have been a 3-0.
Yep.
Or it should have been, but
yeah. Should have been a 3-0 against them. But that's fine. And yeah, I think Jose again, like he made good calls in general. He positioned himself pretty well. He pathed well. This game he definitely had some nice pathing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like the main thing that's going to be hard to determine with him is we didn't have a lot of. He didn't really put himself out there. He didn't stick his neck out much. And like what I was kind of hoping to see, especially what people have said about him a lot with his mechanics and so on, is I wanted to see him like make these big outplays and do stuff where it's like, okay, there's no opportunity here. Oh, suddenly he goes in and like creates a kill out of nothing, stuff like that. And he didn't play as that style of player. Now I'm gonna have to go off stream and like watch some more of his games, and I'll be able to speed through them a little more, and see if he does that. Because having those mechanics in solo queue is one thing. Having them in organized 5v5 games is another. There's a mentality difference for one thing. Even between scrims and stage, right? There's a mentality difference there. So people can pull off those plays in scrims, but it's just not the same.
I think he's like in a more competitive setting, he plays a lot more controlled, and because he knows that like it'll be a lot more fiesta-ish than, and if he's the one who's able to like play consistently and play not to die, then he'll be able to get a lead for himself. Because it's definitely like his mechanics that everyone talks about is based off like if you go watch his stream sometimes, like every time I tune in, he's like playing Lee Sin or like Nidalee, and he's like 18-0 or something, and he's like always doing something crazy. But yeah, I agree. In competitive, he's definitely a lot more like risk averse for sure.
I will say, like I was watching through a couple of his Worlds games earlier off stream, and definitely saw some really nice Lee Sin mechanics there. I just think this series this series didn't show those off to me.
Yeah, I agree.
RoseThorn, you believe your Twitter tag is RoseThorn lol, right? LOL.
Yeah, RoseThorn lol.
So everybody go follow him. All right. Well, thanks for calling in. This is a lot of fun.
Have a good
rest of your
afternoon.
day. Bye.
Yeah. See ya.